You understand? Make mistake, right? PNP 18 years was not. They were not perfect in the 18 years. Some mistake making the 18 years.
A lot of mistake.
Andrew Holness 9 years. A lot of mistake making it. Right? But what I'm saying now, the PNP is the better party. PNP treat people better than the Jamaica Labour Party. The Jamaica
Why
Labour
you
Party,
say that? Why you say that?
huh?
Yo,
Why you say that? You're the man about laugh again, you know.
Look here.
Too early, too early.
Skitty.
yo,
Hold on. The cookie started.
You ever hear them say, who laugh first? The last man get the better laugh?
No,
Let me tell you
no.
something.
I say go. It's a whole laugh.
last.
Get the better laugh.
Laugh best.
Right.
but
So,
if you don't start laughing,
election night.
Yeah.
Election night. Because let me tell you something, you know. You see, you die-hearted, and you go on the floor, and you do canvas, you just stick to it. You know what going on, you know. You have to go on the floor to know what is going on. Let me tell you something, brother.
Okay. Let me say something. Okay, let me say something to you.
Mama, you cannot talk to me same time, brother. If you have me talk,
It's open, man. Everybody can reason.
Me travel. All right, me travel the island.
Whole of family.
Right? At January, me come up here, right? Me travel the island.
Yeah.
Me go on meetings. Me do canvas. Me one of the canvas man for PNP.
Yeah.
You understand? Why you think Andrew cannot call the election? Because Andrew knew
Because
that
I'm not time yet.
if he no man, he might try if he can get a catch up. Because remember, you know, 2020, you know, when Andrew sure of the election, you know, that we know if JLP was going to win 2020 election, right? In a COVID. Remember, Andrew risked it and called it the peak of COVID, you know, because he smelled the victory. But Andrew not idiot, you know. Andrew see British Council.
Hold on.
Election, you know, and Andrew find out he's in trouble.
Were they sick?
And just find out, I'm in a reason for full reason, brother. I'm intelligent man. He's an intelligent man, brother. I'm very intelligent, you know. I'm a reason for fool, you know.
One at a time.
I am saying.
We could start the show now. Well, I know, Kim. We could start the show now. We'll start from number one. Atwalan, give me your 4 minutes.
All right. Watch this now. Okay, me give you a piece of this. Yeah.
You want him to talk?
Listen this. Me here talk about PNP look out for people. Yeah man, they look out for people for true man because they try to keep people down press in everywhere. And you talk about the 18 year of Percival wasn't what have you say is one of the worst time in the history of Jamaica. That 18 year with Percival. Number 3, listen this. No government, none have ever done, whether you have JLP or PNP, never do with this labor right government have done to this country here. And learn this. Remember, let me tell you this here. You will never, PNP will never see back this seat. Me a 40 and now soon 50. I mean, no, so me now go live to see PNP come back in power. Under one regime. PNP have a thing about them we're concerned in they campaign on the previous government. Everyone in the previous government, that's what they do. My leader Banya, that's what they do to Siaga. And now, then the leader that ban here, no one is questioning him to make the leader stay here. But the one that come from England don't want to have him here as a white man we're concerned in who not belong here and not even like denouncing citizenship, you know, so boy, yeah. All right, I want Tanya then, where I watch it. You understand me? I say, so PNP will never see this country again, brother. So nobody can think that this country is for the PNP. If we check out what it means of the labor right, the labor right. You must labor for what you want. We don't believe in a handout around here. And one of the reasons why PMP stay in power so long is just because of the poison, what they poison the people mind against Siaga. Learn this. You hear me tell you that? So you can't stay there and beat down PMP and whatever that. Anyone who vote for PMP who are paralyzing our children future. Anyone who vote for PMP at this time who are paralyzing our children future. We go and see what take place one time the government farm again. More school bus in our head. You hear me tell you? More school bus in our head. You hear me tell you thing there? More work for the people of Jamaica. You hear me? More investor here. We now go see what take place. Here.
All right. Hold on, Mr. Atolad. Hold on.
Yeah.
Steve, mute your mic, Atolad.
Yes, Smithy, good
Yes,
night.
Steve. Step up, go on.
Me there, man. Me give me 4 minutes, but me talk about the urban center of Morant Bay. Me come from Berlin.
Where you come from?
Goodyear. From the Goodyear, see? I mean, you talk about that one, like I said, PMP, I said, was a PMP plan. Smithy, that's a lie. Smithy, that's a lie, brother. Them just said that because they shame. You understand me? I come and PMP, you have a plan, yes? The Goodyear. And let me play, me listen. Listen this.
On this day in sports,
Listen good.
May 19, 2025, symbolic keys have been announced, handed over. There's a massive structure in Morant Bay, and the Prime Minister cut the ribbon on a $6 billion urban center for Morant Bay on, was it Friday last week or Thursday?
I think it was Thursday.
Thursday last week. I say this to say, this is what is in front of us. This is what we've seen. We heard and saw the technology park plan fail. We didn't want it to fail. I'd have been happy if it had materialized, and so too with the residents of St. Thomas. We heard and saw the grand film lot plans fail as part of a special economic zone. Fail spectacularly. We saw and heard that happen. We've seen and heard this urban center plan come to fruition in front of our eyes. I remember carrying my daughter to St. Thomas one Sunday. She asked to drive out. Yeah, then Daddy, we can do KFC. There is no KFC in St. Thomas.
You know, they don't.
Smithy, let me tell you.
The Jamaica Stock Exchange published a statement from Goodyear
Listen.
that it was closing down
Here it is.
the operations in Jamaica because of competition from low-cost producers. In other words, other people in other places were producing tires at significantly lower costs than Goodyear could. And so economies of scale and everything else meant that Goodyear had to shut down the business, even though they kept the distribution side going in Jamaica. But the manufacturing shut down. So open 1967, shut down 1997. And as I said, every year, big announcement. Big announcement one came in or about 2013. The Observer ran a series in 2013 called the White Elephant Series, looking at grandiose plans, developments in Jamaica that had done nothing more than hoover up taxpayer dollars, yet yield nothing at the end. And in that series was the old Goodyear factory. Because the Goodyear factory at that time had, according to the Observer's calculations, hoovered up $143 million because the then PNP administration announced that they were going to turn it into a technology park. In preparation for turning it into a technology park, what they did was send security personnel there. And the security personnel and other things that had been put into the Goodyear factory to make it into a technology park, when you totted up the sums that were paid for security
alone
and for the construction of a frame to build the technology park. It came up to $143 million and counting. What happened to the technology park? Well, the Observer published another article talking about the vandalism at this fledgling technology park. Well, to call it fledgling is not even fair because it didn't really take shape. Just the security there. The Observer said, quoting a resident, Darian Nugent,
my uncle that.
them have security guards here day and
My
night since
uncle
the
that.
factory closed. Go over there and thief off everything off the building, said the resident, Darian Nugent. According to Nugent, it was believed that the previous security personnel working in conjunction with the vandals were able to cart off entire windows and huge pieces of metal without being apprehended. So $143 million wasted because of a failed technology park. Then came Anthony Hilton, Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, to say, okay, so the technology park failed. We're going to turn the old Goodyear factory into a special economic zone. And by doing that, the first thing that will be going there is a film lot.
You hear that?
So he said the film lot would be the biggest in the Caribbean.
You hear that?
Hollywood films,
You hear that?
Bollywood films, Nollywood films,
You hear that?
North Shore
Did I check the PMP
are going to be made at
All right.
the old Goodyear factory under this plan.
All right. Yeah, we hear that. We hear that. One OG. When we come back again, you continue. One OG.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, brother.
And may I say, everybody, yeah, we are going for facts, and anything we say, we can prove it. Yeah, we're not in a lie, and we are straight up. All right, so me I go talk about our achievement, because right now, I believe the most of the labor rights achievement, we're not going to debate on the mic on Monday tonight, and you know, we see.
Let me ask something. Hold on there. Let me ask anybody hear about the blue dot poll will come out?
Not yet. Monday.
Oh, Monday. Okay.
Yeah.
So we are going
I want somebody to confirm about maybe O'Keefe can confirm about Luther Buchanan.
You see them? All right. So anyway,
Now wait till we get to O'Keefe. Me ask him that. Hold on. We're going to go on back.
all right. So Squitty. So what me ask you now? You see, I go more O'Keefe and some question. And when the next PMP coming out the box, more them
You
answer
want
some
to talk to you or you talk?
No. Listen, why me I talk first? I want answer my question. I don't want, which is, I'm going to tell you, say, you can't tell them how to answer a question, but I don't want the back then, what they're going to happen, and what they're going to do, and who they sign this, and who they sign that. You understand what I'm saying? If you say, Squitty, how old you be? You're 29. I don't even know what year you're born. More you're 29. That format something me talk about. All right, so my question is, we have Andrew Holness, the 5-year. Andrew Holness Prime Minister, right? Before Andrew Holness, it was Portia Simpson Miller, right? Why am I going to use Portia Simpson Miller? Because she was a Prime Minister to Jamaica. I may not compare Mark Golding to Andrew Holness, because Mark Golding is not a Prime Minister. He's just the opposite leader, right? But based off of what Portia would do, it a grade Mark Golding to go forward, right? You understand what I'm trying to say? So, me have a base for the work where Portia do, and down to Mark Golding going into the next election, right? No. The same urban center will make problem and children and all of that. Me want O'Keefe tell me 2 things where PMP deliver to St. Thomas, hand over to St. Thomas, cut ribbon for St. Thomas. Me not talk about pipeline and where they do and who they sign and where they go wire that. Me want to tell me 2 things, just like when you build the road from Harborview to Marant Bay and then cut ribbon, clip, go see the valley, then cut ribbon, clip, and then build the urban center and go so clip. Wow, Kim, tell me 2 things where Portia do under Fidem government, he St. Thomas. Never pause. Come in area much enough that me ask.
All right. Well, we no keep time, I'm going to answer you. Windell.
Yeah, G.
Yes, I respect.
I respect again. Yeah, I'm glad to okay, take some time to get him treatment and him come back. You know, as him said, not take the politics serious. But me always say to him, in a sense, if you calm yourself down, then you can still take the politics serious. Because politics are serious. We need good leader in other country, and we need leader of integrity. And the other night when I talked to him, I asked him a couple of times, when he did that debate, Mr. Vegas, he said to us that Mark Golding mother come from Westmoreland, and he still never touch it. We asked him a number of times, and he still never touch it. So we want to know if when him attack with integrity, because if you can come on the program and I tell lie, then how would we believe anything when you say about integrity or if we believe that you is a man of integrity? Because we not forgot, you know, we have the tape. So if you say and I say, we can play back the tape to make you know say it. The next thing, as we said before, we are go off a policy in this country. We're not going off of promises because for plenty of years, people just make promises. We are campaign and result and commitment, right? And that's why today we are listening to Peter Phillips in a parliament, maybe in last week in a parliament today. And he was actually telling about Seago in the 1980s when the PMP never in a parliament at the time, but Seago made sure said them in full of the things where they go on in the parliament. Then send people a murder for meet with Mr. Manley at the time, just to make him know. So we said Jamaica. So even though we never there see eye to eye at the time, it makes sure say them know what they are going in the country and what and all about. So when okay, come sometime and just they wanna beat them Seattle, you should have listened to Peter Phillips today and understand the politics. Him said there are times when he come in at the parliament and he's scared about what hardly I got say about him because them we call him Papa Tax. Him say he never have the choice. He did have to do some of the things where him do. But we know upfront say some of the things where him do, him maybe never have no choice. One of the things where we say people before him where say them it start borrow from the IMF, but start borrow from the parish club and start borrow from private people when we get $20 million for borrow. It make big news because we're that broke. That's some of the things what we are talking about. And we say right now, the economy turn around. And because the economy turn around, the government have more money now to spend. What people is asking, if Andrew can find so much money for work and roads and hospital and police station, you go in a police station now, you feel like you go somewhere. First time police are dropped through flooring, right? Them can't sleep in another place in them barracks at night because rata take them out of here. And that is where we was. Right? That time is gone in this country where we couldn't fix a pothole, and that's why the road gets so bad. And we have to do the reach on it now, and the spark starts spark on most of the road. These are the things that we are talking about. Achievement. It not come overnight. Yes, we want to fix the road 5 years ago. But there was no money to fix it 5 years ago. Yes, we did a patch road, and we continue to patch road. But now we're reached the stage where we can actually put out a program and fix the road there. And these are the things we are talking about. So when you come tonight, boss man, don't make we laugh here for the program. Come with something where you can say you do, and I tell you what them are gonna do. Because people are not the time, but I think we have to take people word for you. I am a builder. And if me need to build a house right now, and somebody asks me, show me one way you build. They can carry them somewhere and say, I'm build this. And I say you can ask the people that in my neighborhood if I know me build it. If you don't have anything like that.
All right, Winda.
Yeah, go around and tell people.
What is our Winda?
Okay.
What is some brother? Mute your mic. Ian, Deswick. Ian.
The party. The mic, the mute. Yeah, man. All right. You see what I St. Thomas when them say, my goal is never go at the ceremony, the opening ceremony. You tell me, say, nobody in the party could look at him and say, bossy, it now go look good enough. The wife in the hospital, I got up a baby. And a whole heap of family member them over there. And that don't look good for you not turn up. You understand what me I try to say to you, Scritty? It no look good.
Let me send Mom Ferguson out there now.
I can't send Ferguson. I'm going to tell you why I know him send Ferguson. I'm going to tell you why. Ferguson is not an MP, right? Ferguson don't represent the people them out of St. Thomas no more. St. Thomas no work. He no work for the government. Right or wrong?
Burning babe. Yeah, that is right.
Right. So, you have to come a big man like me when I work for government no more. Now I come up the government salary and send me to represent you where I get 2.5 million a month. But who forgot that? Eh? So Ferguson couldn't get no backlash because Ferguson is not a government. I don't pay Ferguson no more. And if the years of Ferguson I get a stipend, I can come from out of my tax.
Yeah, you have a point right there, sir.
War. Andrew, what tell me, say, Andrew, we never fire Ferguson last couple of years. Oh, we still get salary. Ferguson went and he won pride and joy. He feel good to be there if he know say he represent St. Thomas. And something good happened for St. Thomas. And he want to be there.
Yeah, because I see Grams Morgan recognize him for him work with him though.
Of course. Yes. But you have to look on it so them talk about, Mark can't say nothing about him. Nobody in the party could look on Mark and say Mark it not look good. Pass through. You hear me say? Me say Gram so me say whole man out there. Boy man fly down for this enough pass through. You for go show you ever your man keep a night and you don't know you don't know the person.
That thing is not a political thing, you know.
So
it's a national thing that landmark.
No, but O'Keefe behave, it make it look like PNP is a company in a Jamaica. You listen me I said to you? It's a company we register in a Jamaica to do them own PNP business, not the Jamaica business. When him say without the PNP, the country can't run. Or who hire the PNP, not the country? Or the PNP hire the country? Which
people.
So okay, if I straighten him language, because as we say, we don't want to laugh no more. And no seriously, we don't want to take it serious, but we don't want to take it as a joke either. The country come first. Me no want no people look out for me. But why you look out for the country me employ you to do? So the country, so me can benefit from what the country have to offer. Me no want benefit from no JLP and from no PNP, brethren. All the money, the little piece of money in your pocket, and go put it to use, go tile the soil and make the soil breed fruits so me can pick it. The PNP is not a business. So man tell you, well, PNP business is PNP business. Be careful, you know. Remember I say a month time every MP get paid. I mean, make sure I pay my local stipend for them get paid name taxes. That's what name taxes. That is what I pay to pay them, the police, the nurse, everybody get paid. Who pay the politician then? I feel them business pay them? The man should have out the brethren. Take away the shame face. If you want to be a leader and can't stand up to your own opponent, we don't want to see you. So you're going to the boxing match and the referee and your opponent doing the match, I'm sorry, what me? You're not going to the ring. You're not going to the ring. What you mean? That's why I call him boxing match. It take two to tangle. Nobody out of the 14 MP couldn't look at him and say, this, no.
No black here. No black here. Mute your mic, Ian. Ian, mute your mic. Ian, I hear a thing that. Unmute your mic, Ian. Ian, go on now. Unmute your mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, some nice that make there.
Yeah. Somebody could have called him
and Queen. Yeah.
and said to him, it's a party. Make Toro roll go out there. Since you don't want to feel no way, make Toro drive go out there. I don't know nothing to score no political points, but we will go out there. Yeah, because we put a young lady out there.
Because, as me I say, that is not a political thing, brother. It's a national treasure.
So your first baby born, named the Urban Center in a St. Thomas, and you know the see the birth? You know the witness it to say, boy, it look good now. And it, you know, I'm make a talk on it too. But because they can't go, they go campaign for ICC, corruption, them say, no, that's not a platform we want to go on. You know,
right. Hold it there, sir, Ian. Your time, right, hold it there, sir. Jamaica 87.
Yeah, man, that's a good night, everybody on the panel.
Good night, good night.
Let me just jump in still, so we don't really know exactly the conversation topic all about. But anyway, still, if I support Ian, based on where I say still, because...
Yeah, he's a follow up on a man talk.
Yeah, Dr. Fenton Ferguson, he's not anymore a member of parliament, and he does not work with the government anymore. But maybe he's a man of the style, so he came to represent his parish. So I feel say that's why he came out. But he wasn't happy at all.
56. Respect.
He wasn't happy. He wasn't happy at all. He was so sad. His head was down. Like he was ashamed of something. I think what was going through his mind that we could have done this and we never done it. And now we locked down the good year. That's why this has happened right now. But Squitty,
yeah.
I heard you make an utterance, boy, it is not politically. But remember saying, any major work took place in Jamaica under any administration, they're not going to claim it.
Yeah, they're not claim it, but it's not like, say, it's a political, where we are just labor to go achieve from it.
No. I don't mean that way there. But we are just speaking of the person who made that thing possible. So it's
get them flowers, of course.
But
just like when I try to say, PMP and Labour could have done it. Because of Jamaica. And of just one party.
Right. After the parish.
Yeah, that may I say.
That's why somebody from the PMP party should have been there to represent their party and represent their country.
Yeah.
You understand? But because two PMP don't like anything good for Jamaica, if none of them attack it, because they not do it, none of them attack it. So them is not in support of what was going on. You understand? And we need to change that narrative right now. And let's build Jamaica together. And let's stop pointing finger and stop trying to bring down some people. When you're there for 18 years, you have never left a monument or leave something tangible that we Jamaican could say, yes, this was done by the previous administration. We don't see nothing we don't do for it. For the 18.5 years of PG, the end of the day, we collect almost $10 trillion with our taxpayers' money. We don't see spending back in our country that the youths them of tomorrow can benefit for it. We don't see left anything that Mr. Boy, yes, to the day, we Jamaican could have known, say, yes, a PJ, Billa, a place there, and the youth them benefit from the like Andrew Billy Urban Center right now. And the next 50 years from now, people still a benefit, as well as say, JLP and PNP are going to benefit from it.
Of course, Jamaicans. That's something for Jamaica.
You understand?
It's a national treasure.
So you soon find people start migrate from St. Andrew, from St. Catherine, and nobody got hurt too.
Of course.
You understand?
Well,
we just have to applaud the person who came into power and tried to make a difference. Because St. Thomas was really and truly the forgotten parish of Jamaica.
Boy, remember when we just go down a yard in 94, you know, we keep a thing right front of us, so we Mr. Lee. You know, Lee is unlimited.
Sound?
A sound, yeah.
Yeah, man, I know the sound.
I saw me right out there, so you come from, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, and me keep a dance there, so we just go back a yard at 94. Name crowning of Miss St. Thomas. And when me I go, appear rain and wash out the thing the night. And we have to go through this gully when you pass Bull Beer. I go through, I remember the local gully, they have to go through it. And when we have to follow the car and cross it, you have to wait. Right at 11 miles, you go to the local gully and go.
Okay.
You know the road there?
No, sir.
On the old road. You never know if you drive over there.
No, sir. I don't know St. Thomas like that.
The 14. The 14.
The 14? No, not at the 14.
The 14, man. The 14, yeah.
Before you come out,
11 miles, man.
11 mile,
14, man.
11 mile, man.
Yeah, you have to go
Yeah,
to
but that 11 mile.
Fall. You can't pass there.
You know your talk, brother. You go jump on the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
No your talk.
Yeah, man.
Big up Steve. Go on, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm there.
All right. Squitty.
Yes,
Land
sir.
this Squitty.
All right, land this one.
Yeah, man. Land this.
Guyanese brother, yeah, you know. Allen, come and talk about Guyana.
Allen, understand him in a Squitty.
Allen. All right, we'll take him out of the back still.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, Kev. Step
All
up.
right. Yeah.
But let me ask you something for So, Kev. You hear about this brother name, me never can shed some light on it. Name,
That's Buchanan. That's Buchanan. Him have one big man, you know, him decide if he want to switch a lands now. So it happened about to call someone else.
You hear about it? You hear about it?
I heard about it, but we never. We remember saying on the seat what Dayton Campbell, we never give him back, you know, and maybe hurt over it. So I say, go human being, he make him own decision. My own big man, he make him own decision.
True. Strongly back your panda.
My own big man, he make him own decision.
Strongly back your panda, man. Make decision.
Squitty. You see, Kai votes, it have hurt them. He can't wait. May I tell you?
Yeah, the brother will ask about Mark Golding mother, right? All right. Now listen, Mark Golding was born in Kingston, Jamaica, at the University of the West Indies. That's where Mark Golding was born, right?
Yeah.
Now, he's the youngest of two children born to Patricia Nee Levy and Sir John Golding. Right, listen. I must apologize. Listen, what the mistake I make. His mother was born in England, the daughter of a Jamaican doctor from Westmoreland. I just something make the mistake. And father.
Yeah, father come from Westmoreland.
Father come from Westmoreland, yes. Right. So sorry about that. But Mark was born in Jamaica, 1965 at the University of the West Indies. Mark went to Mona Prep. And Mark went to Campion College.
Yeah.
Right? Him and Chris Deering and them guy, they went to Campion same time. Bunting's a little older than them. Maybe Bunting was maybe up in the upper grade at Campion. But the whole of them go school at Campion at that time. Right? Mark is a Jamaican in Barney.
Yeah.
All right. When you talk about the urban center, remember, I don't tear down the urban center, no. I don't tear down the urban center. That's a good initiative. That's a good initiative.
Ian, mute your mic. Yeah.
Read the opposition leader. You don't know the man schedule or the man set up him schedule. Maybe at that time, he can't. Maybe at that time, him have something different that he could not attend it. You cannot tell the opposition, Fenton Ferguson is a member of the PNP. He's a member of the PNP.
Yeah, but
he's
not
also
a member.
No, he's a pensioner. He's a pensioner.
Hold on, let me ask you this and tell me.
No, Scooty, you can't, Scooty. You cannot reason that he's a member of the PNP, a former member of Parliament.
Hold on now. You don't think it would have looked better if somebody were active in a parliament? Go and represent the PNP.
He decide who he want to send to represent it. He was a former member for Parliament.
Answer me now. You don't think it would have looked better?
No, it not really matter. Fenton Ferguson is a stalwart comrade, a former member of Parliament for the constituency, and he is the best person to represent the leader of the opposition. I'm cut you right this up.
Yeah, but he's not a serving member.
It doesn't matter if you want to be a servant or what, him ask somebody to represent him. The former member of Parliament. Right?
Man, come up, man.
Right?
Hold on, leave it, hold on, brother.
Style up your, youth. Let me tell you something. Someone person, nobody call them down the youth. Look at them style you up,
One man talk. Yeah, go on now.
Right, so he make that him want anyone you want to represent him. It's either here or there. You understand? That's a trivial matter. The thing is, somebody represent the leader of the opposition. All right. The urban center. What are some of the stuff that in, because the urban center it's an economic activity, right? That generates money. Right? What are some of the businesses that in the urban center up there, Squitty? Anyone that can answer me?
About 80 business in there.
What are some of them that can seek employment for young people?
Let me answer him quickly, because I was
on here. Answer now.
You have Tasties is going to be out there.
Minimum wage.
No, don't do that.
Right, cut.
I don't like that. All right, sorry for answer. Okay, sorry.
Right, so you have KFC, Mothers, Tasties. We get final 7 must see NCB.
So why we are telling you and you're bringing this salary? But okay, I was telling you because you work there.
I am saying
you're not out there. You're not out there, and I'm going to tell you. And you said minimum wage. Do you know?
Brother, chip out my argument, man. Me have to stop my man.
Don't say that.
Ian, mute your mic.
Minimum wage, $16,000 KFC and then something per week. Listen now.
Don't say that. No, but you're missing from information. That's why we tell you.
Yeah, mute your mic.
Wage. Listen what I'm saying. The government, nothing is wrong in the card. It's a form of employment. The government also should come up with a training center. And such a
Art is there.
Art trust is in it?
Of course.
Well, and our college there too.
NCU is there.
And our college.
I've never went to NCU. That is good. That is good. So
it is great.
I must commend. All right. So listen.
Business there.
So I must commend the Prime Minister. That's a
UCC there.
Good thing. Allow me to talk now, brother.
Mr. Golden had the opportunity went out there and tell him what should be out there. He didn't.
Hey, brother, just relax some of the talk, man.
Relax.
Me button the argument, brother.
Go on talk.
I must commend the Prime Minister. That's a good move. St. Thomas definite did need it.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. I must commend him. When him become an opposition leader, him have a legacy, what we can say that is his own initiative, and we must applaud him.
Before you're done, I brother did ask a question. Because even the passport office out there too, you know. I brother ask a question, say if you highlight something where the PNP bringing us St. Thomas, we then cut the ribbon.
Hold on. The point is, I must commend Andrew Holness for put something at St. Thomas, because St. Thomas is a forgotten parish for the longest while from both political parties. So Andrew Holness is the Prime Minister of Jamaica who came and see that St. Thomas need the development. And I must thumbs him up and I give him 90 or 100% feed, 100% flat. Big up Andrew. Big up Andrew.
And answer the question the way brother asks you.
Big up Andrew Holness, right? When Sister P took over 2012, the country economy was in a deplorable condition. Not even money we never have to run the budget. Peter Phillips, they had to try to fix the economy, right? When they had nothing, the money wasn't there at the moment to be. We get the loan from China, fix the roads. We never bust them out. Andrew came and Andrew bust them out of the pipe. Big him up again for that, because he's the only person. What me see the previous government leave something and continue with it. I must commend. I always commend him for that. I always commend him for that for a long time.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I always commend him.
But answer the question before your time up now. Your time almost up now.
No man. You make the man them talk 2-3 hours, brother. 4-5 minutes, brother. Why you want?
You're gone, 7 minutes. You're gone right now.
You're gone no 7 minutes, brother. Right?
Answer the question and then you go, and then you land.
So we're not so under the Sister P government, but the PNP of all the PNP under PJ Patterson government have done a lot to the country. The highways that is in the highways that run from parish to parish, that's PJ's initiative.
You know, answer the question, okay.
Which question?
Well, the brother and the question, name 2 things or 3 things or 1 thing where the PNP them cut a ribbon in a St. Thomas.
Quick, on the comment, you know something, sometimes you can't argue with you. You don't argue too low in a man. What me say?
So well, I ask you a question. If you can't answer, just say you not answer.
No, man,
You can't say none in a party. Just say none now.
Me answer the question. Me say.
Just say none. Okay, just say none.
Ian,
Jesus.
Ian, man.
Don't me answer the question. Me answer the question. Me said that St. Thomas was a neglect parish. Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister, the only Prime Minister will come as St. Thomas.
Andrew, them ask you about.
Man, just say none, brother. Just say none.
All right. Land it so off.
Just say none, okay. Just say none, no man.
The Prime Minister will come up as St. Thomas. None of them. No Siaga, no Portia, no PG. Give Andrew the credit. Andrew is the Prime Minister that see that St. Thomas need a development, and I commend him. Big up Andrew Holness.
All right. Hold it there, sir. You sound like a labor right tonight. Hold it there, sir.
Big up Andrew Holness in that.
Yes.
No,
all right, labor right to okay.
That is development of the country. Not wrong.
Hold on, the man in lava fire, you come back as a labor right. That's good.
A man can't laugh after me, man, because none of you have knowledge about politics like me. None of you. I be here, but shouldn't talk out on the mouth.
Okay, hold on, mute your mic. Okay. Hold on, mute your mic, Ricker. Auto lad. We there number 1 box again. We are going to circle around the block.
Yes, again. Listen the part of that, that's all. If memory I serve me right, I think 17 seat them the PNP them want to go back in power.
18.
18, right? 18 seat, right? It's about be two something. Is it either the Jamaican people have amnesia, one, or the Jamaican people them blind, but they cannot see to put back the PMP in power to make him or give a counter about when Andrew Holness go in opposition. Listen me, man. Listen me. At the last days of PMP, this can tell you that. No, nobody, no, me witness in a 05 years so, 06 years so, the rubbish truck where I come pick up rubbish up a Stone Hill up at the house where I live. It's a disgrace. And now me witness where I live. The rubbish truck where I come pick up my rubbish truck blood and skirt. The rubbish truck clean and pretty. Not even. Me not even can demonstrate how the truck look. And you can run off on mouth in Prime Minister boy. You should have shame. Boy, you can come a big up Angelo.
Yo, pussy, no come boy.
You should have shame, man. You should have shame, man, because the thing about it, everything will have in a pipeline. A progress we say over pipeline. Everything will have in a pipeline. For 18 years in a pipeline.
Keep it respectful.
The road them in a pipeline.
Keep it respectful because reason as big, man.
Yeah, the road them in a pipeline for 18 years. Eh? And now I can come blame the government like I say, the government mash up the road and want the government to do something in a case of 9 years. We will have 18 and a half years to do. Plus Porsche can do 4 out of it. And not more, nothing have done to this country. All want to tax people, all hand care to no tax. Eh? All hand care man no tax with him for survival. Eh? I want to take this thing from man. I mean, this is my slogan. Anybody, I'm not gonna say it again. Anyone who take up themselves and go into any polling station and vote for Mark Golding and Peter Bunting, for the PMP of this country at this time are paralyzing their children's future, because Mark Golding is and was the architect of FinSAC that killed so many business in the 90s. I'm not going to say it again. We have people who end up in that jail cell. In a sense, when we say jail cell, I mean literally prison. In their mind, I know a man who died through it. You understand what I say? Remember while a strike. I mean, me have cousins who have to come back home here and while even end up dead through him losing his job. I want him to know, brother. I want him to know. Any man, anybody, me have to say it again. Anyone take up themselves, go to police station, go vote for the PMP. They have no use for their children's future. You have to plant to reap. And this is what the government are doing. Sowing seed for the children tomorrow. Check out what happened in the heart. Go check out what happened in the heart. Go check out.
All right, hold it there, sir. You want to do some seed counting tonight?
Yes.
I could do some seed counting. Start with Steve. Steve.
You're Smithy.
Yeah.
I'm going to see tonight, man. I'm join me jump account the seat. I just ask you a minute and jump off your life.
All right.
We asked him a question about the ribbon with PMP cut at St. Thomas. Him just come and say none. But refuse to say none. You see me and say, Smithy, me come from Berlin. You see these are limited they take the dance.
Yeah.
You see the district there, sir?
Yeah.
And that's where me come from. You get me I come from?
Yeah.
PMP have a bandit for years. You see me I say? Then come, tell me lies, Hilton, Fintan, Ferguson, and PJ. YC Pitting bring chapter, PJ win, they come off each chapter. Nothing for we. Andrew come and make a reality. So me I say to Akeem, Bridging, love Jamaica, choose Jamaica. And it 214 people there, so let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, on the fire page. choose Jamaica for a better Jamaica. Can you see Akeem?
No, good night.
He don't know where he want. You see me? He want to come tell about. Send. We ask my question now, answer. Tell what the group of PMP because I sent them with Dr. Do there. Nothing. Nothing for sure. Not one good amount of thing. The road is bad. When you got sent them, I say they don't know if drive. You see me, I say? I know you can talk. You answer me, I come, but hear me, I say, God bless Andrew Holness. Forward you going. You choose Jamaica. Smitty, big up yourself in night. Can you in the box? Yeah.
All right, respect for your talk.
Yeah.
Lot of pinch. You
Up
want
and running. Up and running. Let me tell you something now.
Seat tonight?
Let me tell you something now. When I count no seat, I tell you about going to talk. I know if you don't talk, be a garbage. If I look like you don't have knowledge, you look like you don't have no form of knowledge. Let me tell you something straight and plain right now. The government of Jamaica never use no tax money and build no urban center out there. So one Jewish man from America build the urban center. The money built by Jewish people. The government, that place where you see bill out there is for private.
So it go.
It is private people place.
Yes,
Private
any man
people.
the
government place.
The place that build out of St. Thomas is private builder build it. White man from America or Israel and come from.
FCJ.
Pardon me?
You know what is FCJ?
No.
It'll come off live, man.
Factories Corporation of Jamaica. Them build it along with NCB and check.
Well, hold on. Give me a minute. Because I mean, when you're done, my time, I tell you come off your line. Because I saw your time.
No, jump out, Squitty.
So listen to me, I said to you.
All right. Yo,
listen what I'm saying to you. When you guys are talking about Andrew Holness build urban center, taxpayer money never build it. I'm 100% sure of that.
FCJ
taxpayer money didn't build that.
FCJ, NCB,
is STJ is Andrew Holness business? Is it?
I know Andrew money build it, brother. Nobody no say Andrew money.
I back to know the on the line. I say Andrew the best in St. Thomas. I know Andrew build it. A white man build it. A white man building.
I know
so
Andrew
like Andrew building. An investor from America come build them place there. Can you know Jamaica This is what we're talking about. Listen up.
NCB,
brother,
please, Jamaican money.
Please don't talk out my time, please. Give me my time if I talk, please.
Talk
and then you can take a 4 minutes for yourself.
Well, I know. I don't want my platform be a platform that spread pure shit.
So when the man talk shit now, in a right. I was in Jamaica. I was in Jamaica when the CM Bridge figure St. Thomas there, you know. When me a drive, you know, me used to drive in a river, figure St. Thomas. That is true. When Labour right in a power, when Siaga in a power, me a drive from town, I go to St. Thomas in a night and I drive in a river, and I Siaga in a power in the 80s. When me a drive, how we never build them time there? How we never build?
Brother, you too lie, brother.
I talk shit, yo.
Brother,
why you drive BMC?
Brother, you're too lie, brother. You're too lie, brother.
When me at airport, I do taxi work at airport. When me at airport, I do taxi work. I got job people at St. Thomas at night time. Igla at St. Thomas at night time. Our people come from airport at night time. And in a river, you have to make man walk in front of the car. I feel up the river.
Right to the 90s, brother.
Pardon me?
The road never changed. The road did right to the 90s.
Me say, me that foreign, me that Jamaica in the 90s. Me that Jamaica in the 80s.
Then they never did in the 90s.
And when me cross the river, when me drive taxi, and in the early 80s when I drive taxi, I go cross this up. When Labour right in the power. So you can't tell me nothing.
Then, Lato, me say the 90s till now.
Of course it was there, but it was there for 8 years when Siaga was there. When Siaga was there, it was there too. The river was running down in the road. Same way.
Then
I'm just trying to clear it now. Come in, when you talk about time, I take up my line.
The Yellow Bridge. The Bill Yellow Bridge of the PG government. The Yellow Bridge.
That is what happened. I know that because when I was driving,
I used to drive in the river.
Hello. La bridge in the Billy River. The river was still there up to recent.
Brother, me say when me come from airport, I people got St. Thomas. Me have to make man walk in front of the car.
It's different from the gully where me talk about 11 mile.
You have to make man walk in the river. If feel out the river, make the car drive. If go cross the river.
Right, hold on now. Why don't you want to give me a speech, brother? Why don't
you praise about Andrew Holness build urban center? And Andrew Holness build no urban center with no taxpayer money in Jamaica. A white man build that center there.
With your hold on.
You see me, I try to tell you, do.
Brother, I want to listen to the worst of my up. It's on a bomb clock, hold on. What I'm telling you, man, me lack off all of this, you know.
True.
Lazy.
Yeah.
1 to 8, me run it. 1 to 8, they are 7. Hold on, brother.
All right, my boss.
Composure.
All right, my boss.
Hold on.
But when them talk foolishness, man, me don't like it, man.
When man talk, brother, when man talk, you see, don't long the line, I never talk. When me the line long time, I never talk. Me could talk.
Yeah,
because you can't learn, because you chat too much. You know me notice with never on here. When you just start wear clothes, when you just start see life, I'm a big man. When you just start see things.
Stop talking and disrespect the people. I'm
not disrespect nobody. But the man I'm going to just start see things. Like things over there, not things.
Stop your chat, brother, and stop belittle people and talk fuck you, brother.
So what? Things over there about 990s. When me down Jamaica in the 80s, me have my own vehicle drive. As a youth.
So what about that now? We are talking about St.
So now go on like nothing never used to go on at Jamaica. I know things are going on at Jamaica. Things are going on at Jamaica from Jamaica make. Things are going on at Jamaica. I will believe whole half of you housing scheme. The whole half of you housing scheme, I will believe. If you turn gas St. Thomas, I will believe have a housing scheme there. A PNP.
Yo, you talk about long time. This nobody knows.
You know matter. You not talk all the while. The PNP no do nothing in Jamaica. PNP enough is also build Jamaica. PNP build in a heavy scheme in a Jamaica. I mean, St. Thomas not about labor right building. And labor right building. Investors, white man from foreign. That's why we're talking about selling out the country. This is what you're doing. You're selling out the country. Later on, what talk on the line, you know?
1 man at a time.
No for what talk right now. Next 10 years, you can't walk in Jamaica, no one country, because I sell out to white people. I want to walk on the road sidewalk.
Pause the mic now. Pause the mic.
That's go on to Jamaica for no stupid.
Pause the mic. Pause the mic. Wendell.
Yeah, man. You notice how aggressive them man they come on when them come on. And them only come on because them know so they not get beaten. And only thing them can try to do is to look at the progress of the country and talk about white man. You can imagine him come on the program and talk about white man, when at the same time him come on and support a white man. And that not sound funny to him. Right? You talk about white man are going to take over country. A year leader say him and him tap on Harris friend, them are going to take over, are going to run the country. Him and him tap on Harris friend. When you then at the 80s and the Siago, you can buy a car. Enough man in the 90s couldn't buy a car under PJ. Because when PJ get the country, when them get the country 89, how are you a 550 to a US dollar? When Bruce take over about the country, which part it there? Ask how much 1000% it go up by. So as you say, you never there here in the 90s. You can't talk about the 90s because you wasn't here for them in the 90s. You see what did that go?
Brother, 14 for 1 when we come to Jamaica in the 90s. 14 for 1.
Boss man, when them take over from PJ them at 70 at it there. To one and them get it at 550. So when you chat sometimes you just chat your mouth. Me buy car from in the 80s too. Right? I mean know what it is. Me have my business in the 80s. Because we have a business class at the time and the people I see opportunity and I do them business. But when we come up in the 90s, enough of the business them get closed down. We lose 40,000 business in the 90s. So when you talk about bill, look on the amount of life where them destroy in the 90s. And you talk about clothes and them something there. It's not about clothes, brother. It's about building a country. Build for your children and your grandchildren. So now come up and heated and things that people they hear so now have sense. People they there on the side where you there and then decide say them can't stay there so because them can't see eye to eye in a how you know perform in a government. And we see a government for the first time we are give back to the people. When in this country you ever hear say people are get back tax return. It never happened. Storm come and people are get back money in them hands to fix up them house. Me remember when time gone by when storm come, you don't have shit forget. So you talk about you don't understand what is an economy. If the economy not good, the country cannot be good. And when we say economy of Indian, you move going on North America, right? And you only move going on North America because the people they make sure so them economy are run right. And you expect you for live in our first world, but we must continue live in our third world. Because as long as your party in power, then it's all right for we live in our third world. And you think say, and you look one way and I say, you're Jamaican, you love Jamaica. You can't love Jamaica and you don't love your neighbor, boss. If you all right, you don't want to make sure something all right. Right? You don't want to make sure that my children and my grandchildren them all right. That's what we are talking about. Because my politics is enough. If you decide to come back from North America and come here so come live, you have a better Jamaica for live. And we say right now, as it is, the Jamaica Labour Party, I show you that we can have a Jamaican dream. First time we used to have the American dream. Why we can't have a Jamaican dream? Why we can't have an economy where work for the people, where the people can see where their money are going at, right? And no people can see where their money are going. Because people are asked the question, why all of this time the government in power, how couldn't see the money? No, we are see the money.
Brother. Rivian.
Good night, gentlemen.
Mute your mic, Windell. Mute your mic.
Good night, gentlemen. You know, there's something known as FDI, foreign direct investments. One of the best positions any country can ever be in is when they are able to attract foreign direct investments. So when this gentleman is there promoting this dumb argument, even though we know it's false, that the urban center was built by a Jewish white man. If the urban center was built by a Jewish white man, what he's actually doing is complimenting Andrew. Because for you to put your country in a position where you can attract international investors, that means that your country is in a very good place. That means that the international capital market is looking at your country as a place that is good for investment. That means that BlackRock, Blackstone, KKR, all international investors, potentially Jamaica might be so attracting these people. And it's an endorsement for Ancho. So I don't think it's a wise thing for you guys to be arguing with this man, because this man don't know that he don't know that what he's doing by promoting that argument is promoting the Jamaica Labour Party administration, that they are putting Jamaica in a position where we are attracting foreign direct investment, even though that we know that's false. It's a very dumb argument. I don't think you should be wasting all the energy and arguing along that point. You know, I remember one of the best things, one of the greatest accomplishment that the PNP talk about is the Highway 2000. And I can remember the morning when I heard on the Breakfast Club that they are proposing this concept of a Highway 2000, and the first thing that popped in my brain, I said, well, Highway 2000, so we're getting a new highway that traverses the whole country. But I said to myself, what if we develop a Highway 2000 in the form of our educational infrastructure? Meaning that the money that we are using to do a highway, if we try to use this money to transform the educational infrastructure, we wouldn't need a buoy. We wouldn't need the engineers from buoy to come in and build this highway, because our educational infrastructure will be now in a position where we're spitting out so many civil engineers, all types of engineers, lawyers and doctors. And these Jamaican engineers would be in a position now to create efficiency in our transit in the form of a Highway 2000. So I think if the vision was skewed more to the educational infrastructure, if we had constructed a Highway 2000 through our educational infrastructure, I'm sure Jamaica would be in a better place right now. You know, I remember in the 90s, I weep and moan for days. And I said, Lord, if you send Jamaica a group of white men from South Africa right now, as long as they are able to take this country and do a better job than what I'm seeing happening right now, I'll be very grateful. I mean, I would have wished for anything that would cause us to escape some of the wickedness that was going on. I remember those days. Remember, you know?
You got Mr. Cool.
For a financial system to crash the way our system crashed in the form of FinSA, it has to be incubated by some bad economic policy. So whenever you have a colossal failure in an economic system, in a financial,
a minute, you know.
Yeah, man. Whenever you have a set of colossal, I'll wrap this up. Whenever you have such a colossal failure in an economy, right? It can be caused by either too low interest rate or too high interest rate. And I think FinSAC was incubated because of too high interest rates, where the interest rate was used as a tool instead of growing the economy and
land the man no man.
Hold on, brother, man, I go land, you know. Hold on, man. Make him done the sentence.
Instead of growing the economy, such that we would have generated more foreign currency, the interest rate was used to do what they were calling mopping up liquidity to protect the dollar, where the best protection for the dollar was to grow the economy and to create more foreign currency. So I'm just pointing out that I hear a lot of times I hear the argument online about who created FinSec, because this man borrowed money and that man. FinSec was created because of poor economic policy in the form of very high interest.
Land it there, sir, now. Jamaica.
Yes, quickly, big up yourself.
Yeah, man.
Come back.
Now at 10:57.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Disgrace by you. If you know, say you roll up Jamaica for the 80s and can't come back out now. About 40 at the other foreign. That if it's straight, by the way, neither. I have the audacity to come from
talk about your policy and could stop trace the man, brother. You're woman, man.
Teacher Croft, top shot, man. I love me talk, I know what I'm saying. This man company live, I come talk about a Jewish man build Urban Center. Urban Center built by Jamaican brother. Andrew Holness is the architect for this. See? And what you guys should even appreciate, you was there for 18 years and not even the road on the fix. The people in for St. Thomas. Remember at one point a road should build and you guys were considering to put toll on the road. All the shops said, no, the people them can't pay for God their yard. And when you come down, I try to bring down Jamaica. I got talk about a white man come build urban center. And then something there. Who no love Jamaica, you know? All PMP want a state power, you know? And you look at don't eat that suck him, we say a teacher, and a come and lie because dirty bad up and lie. How can you be a teacher? You don't have nothing for you, man.
Master, come on for my name.
You want to waste man. Everywhere you lose. And if you stop your feelings, Andrew Holness, brother. Stop your feelings, man. Andrew love man, you know. We have to appreciate what this man come do right now for we Jamaica. Because we're there how many years and nothing in our go on. PMP collect almost $10 trillion for the 18 years. Where all those money went? What kind of infrastructure did PMP do for Jamaica that we can live off of right now? Nothing tangible we don't have for UNO to live off of. If PMP didn't maintain Jamaica and we don't spend so much money right now for fix road, for fix police station, for fix health center, for fix fire station, for put on wings for school and something there. We have to appreciate this man to come make Jamaica make a big difference. You understand? Everybody overseas right now talk about Jamaica transforming into a different part of place right now. Many people want to come home and they can live right now and can spend their money in Jamaica. And only local PMP cult I come down and try to tear down Jamaica. Because to what? And I don't do it. A labor writer do it. PMP cannot run a country, brother. Because the man who not vote for right now couldn't run a business. How you can run a country? If you can run a business, how can you run a country? And that the man they want to fight for. We don't have no sense, man. If you go, man, it's good to my land, let's say now.
All right, respect. Michael, your time. You see, come on to you now. Michael. Unmute your mic now, Michael. Michael. Unmute your mic. Michael, unmute your mic, brother. You struggle if you unmute it.
Well, I know, man. My phone is stuck.
All right, talk now. You mute, man.
Yeah. Yeah, hear me now.
Yeah.
Like what brother they talk, man. And right now, me have to me not go stay long enough for the night. Me a listen, you know. I sleep, me want to sleep, and me just talk to one of my girlfriend from foreign and she talk. I tell me a whole thing, you know. You know, see it, and me have to look for her and tell her, I say, no go like that, for them. I tell her, I say, all people in the hospital, on floor, asleep, on floor. Me say, I lie, no go so. No go so. Anybody I tell you that I lie, them I tell.
I lie for joining the show, yeah.
You know, see it? And right now, me I tell you something. You see why? You see them people you see attack? And them is the one who crucified God. Them is the one who crucified God. Them is the one who crucified God. Black man, them black man there. They don't love their country. They don't respect where I go on. They don't like what's going on. A bad mind them have. They bad mind. They mind bad. They coming like crab. You see crab them when they go in a barrel and you see them draw them back down and them kill their own black man. But God I go help Andrew Holness. God I give him power for me vision and see it. I pay angel around him. Them, PMP them wicked. Them lie. Them grudgy man for see what man I do in a Jamaica. And God bless that man and God send him come save me. For them I eat that they don't have no sense. Them don't have no sense. All the little Mark Golden, look how he look. He look like them wet up chicken. He look like some wet up chicken. Who want him to come run with? Who want him to come run Jamaica? A black man time. Black man, we don't want a white man to come rule with. A free country this. Andrew Holness a black man. Them is the one who crucified them little black man there for their love and out. Now if you go in all the community along in a back to all up in a we go them figure all go make them go down, they go look how they don't community stand. And so they want people to stay. They don't love goodness. They love dirty place. They love shit over and choke and they want to roll everything upon one stage. A life we say, a beauty we say. I mean, a little man you can talk about the Ragotan. Him have land. If you want land, we give you land for we buy land. We rich. From Andrew is coming up and say people if you have big house. And we
Remember,
want to have big house, you have land, can't give them.
give a land. A PNP
Give a land away. I buy land. We not want nothing to give away. We buy it. We don't love handout. No, let me talk here about it, boy. No, let me talk.
No, nobody start that. Don't start
no,
that.
No, but my talk come about PNP. Give me a give land. Who PNP land? We buy land.
One year.
We have a title. We have a title, boy. We can't give a place to live pan. You out there and feisty and rank. You out there that grudge no grudge, Andrew Holness. Andrew is a young youth come from a ghetto boy. And this is a people, black people feel live life and nice. You know like that. You know feel love to see what a man do. A man do good things. Good things the man do. You know when do it for no party they do anything. You know go starve people and make people hungry. And poverty and live in a dog. Me a Kingstonian. And me a talk to you and tell you that. Live in a dongle. The panel when they shit pan gully bank them, they take shit show pan all stop. All them thing there. I'll know it happen. I'll know it happen, boy. Stop talk. I tell me
mascot.
I think I country boy talk.
You have a land, me have mascot.
What?
Mascot,
you don't have no land. You don't have no land. Right now up in Isle about 23 acres we have up there. And we have 60 odd acres out there, so I buy we buy.
100 we have pussy. 100.
You don't have land. You can't talk about things so we beg. You don't love handout. You wicked. You wicked. No, me not answer him. I'm a talk. Maybe I talk when I talk and make me talk. You come in and me talking, listen. You come talk like you think so we are people. No fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool people all the time. We know a good life. A life we say. Good living. You know, sit and Jones come to help black people. And give it. From me born till now, time my mother woman come on this earth. From me sin I say, me never see so much. You think say, where you think say? Where you think say, Virgin? You think say we are idiot? I don't know goodness. We want to see the country look good. And that we want, and that we take, we pay we tax. We take we tax money and pay that we want it to look good.
You're nice.
We don't want it to look good. We don't want some handout business and in a darkness. We don't want no darkness, we want it in a light. And the surf we live in a big house. I want to live in a big house and thing and work for what we want. We don't want no handout. A handout to no depend pan. When I come talk about like we don't want to put down the man. A black man like you. That's why I love the African man where they are doing Africa. You say we're a black man. We don't want a white man for ruling. Who want come white man boy come take chain tie around when they can hold the road chain. You out there and face it. Don't do that, brother. We are come talk about. Me see, yeah, me don't talk, you know. Me not even talk again no far. Me no want to hear, but remember me tell you, you know. I'm going to say one thing. Remember me tell you.
Yeah, idiot.
Well, you don't know how we are talk to, man. Just see yourself.
Stop it nice, no brother.
I'm telling you, youth here, man. Right now, if you see me, right now, when I know, man. He might talk, you know. He might talk if you know who he might talk. You see? If you know who I'm talking, drop down and you'll bow to me.
You know, no land. You know, no land. You're fool.
Yeah, what, man? No, man. Me I try to tell you, you know. When I want to make some people company, put on people. One to them. All right, my boss. Just school. You don't know who I'm talking to, man.
You stay in your box?
Yeah, me I stay and listen, man.
All right, yeah, go and listen. Hold it there, sir.
Yeah.
Huh? Yes, okay. Yo,
man, them coming like, look here.
Hold on, politics. Okay, hold on. Before me start me show, I tell the man and say we do the thing with respect. When a man attack, we make a man don't talk, brother. We all we are big man and we are Jamaican. We not feel broke on the scene and this cussing thing, you know. Make a reason so the 200 odd people we are listening, make them can't hear. Them don't want no cussing, you know. Them want to hear policies and what government do for build up the country. Have some respect, brother, for each other. No name calling. We tired to say that. Go on, okay, your time.
Yeah, but you know you must split justice. You know, you find out that the man them in your box or a labor man them a start to display and people human being, you know. I call people boy and them.
Everybody in your box.
You understand? You must split justice. You must split justice, Petty. You must split justice and make the man have respect.
Remember that.
Each person have the same. All right, let me get to my point. When the brother there, well, what do you mean?
Windell.
Yeah, Windell have a clue about politics. And you don't need to go read. You don't need to go read before you come in an argument with people. And here, the development of Jamaica is the PNP government. Is the PNP government starting from Michael Manley start to develop Jamaica. When you talk about land, Michael Manley started the land lease in Jamaica. That's poor people can start to have their own land leased on the land them, right?
Remember that.
The most houses that built in Jamaica is the PNP government, starting with Norman Manley. Mona Heights was built by Norman Manley. Hope Pastors was built by Norman Manley, right? Over by Portmore, the JLP built Independent City, right? And after Independent City, the PNP built Portmore. The most houses that built for poor people was under the PJ Patterson-led government. What are you talking about? Well, this one on him, Ravenna, about Highway 2000. What you must do? Or you're going to get investors if investors can move 45 minutes to an hour in the country. Who sent away when Michael Manley sent a lot of Jamaicans to Cuba to study engineering and medicine? When Siaga won the election in 1980, all of them have to come back. My sister who was studying veterinary medicine to study engineering and medicine. When Siaga won the election in 1980, all of them have to come back. My sister who was studying veterinary medicine the dog boss. You understand? The South Coast Highway. Who built the South Coast Highway? Under the PNP government. The North Coast Highway go down to Montego Bay. Who opened up the road from in Trelawney? PJ Patterson built that. Who built the road from Portland to Ocho-Rios? PJ Patterson. Who built Melrose, New Melrose Hill? PJ Patterson. Who opened up Spur Tree? PJ Patterson. PJ Patterson refurbished St. Thomas Road in about 1994-95. I maintained and the mash up back. The road did fix. PJ built the bridge out by Yalas. PJ built the bridge. When you talk about cars, who carry used cars in Jamaica? One time I be a Piju and Marisax for then in Jamaica. PJ Patterson carry used car, poor people can drive nice cars. PJ built affordable houses over by Portmore, the quads. When you go over Greater Portmore is a mansion. Who built Elsha? Michael Manley built the first set of houses over by Elsha, where you call Elsha Park.
Oh.
Who built up over Elsha? Who built Langshill Park? PJ Patterson. Huh? Come on, man. Don't talk to bias. PJ have done a lot. FinSac. What you know about FinSac? Majority of the banks that went down in the 90s were the men who were affiliated with the Jamaica Labour Party. Dan Crawford, who owned Central National Bank. Siaga borrowed 30 million US and say he never remember. Right? Paul Chen Young, Eagle Commercial Bank went down, labor right again. Pantan Bank, what name Blaze went down, labor right again. What Omar Diaz had to do? Did you hear the FinSac report? The report of the JLP pay for this FinSac report. The report said it's the best Omar could have done to save Jamaica economy. It's just good suffer for the body. He had to raise the interest rate. The bank system not go down. NCB went down. Citizen Bank went down. It's because Citizen Bank went down. Why
they went down? What the reason they went down?
Because people borrow money and we're not paying back their money. And lending money to friends, zero interest to their friends. That's look what Mr. Siaga borrowed $30 million to build Carnosa. which is now Dolphin Grove.
Well, you don't think that the high interest rate make them lock down?
Huh? No, I have to.
You don't think that the high interest rate make them lock down? To make them lock down?
No, when the bank failed, FinSA came in. It's when the bank failed and have to tear up the interest rate. So what happened now? What poorly come and like as a teacher, you have a class and 40 youth in a class, right? And say 30 of them out of harder. And the next 10 behave, but the good suffer for the bad. What happened? The poorly come and who $5 million the higher interest rate lick him. FinSAC mash up some people for truth, you know, mash up some people, you know. But I just good suffer for bad because of these men who were managing the banks at the time. No, hold on now. Andrew Holness. Let's talking about Andrew Holness. What Andrew Holness have done? This is the first achievement Andrew Holness have done since he is the Prime Minister. When he hold in the urban center. You understand? Andrew Holness is a failure.
Man, a bad place now, man. Somebody talk, man. Me no want to hear him, brother.
Andrew Holness a failure. Look at Dr.
Okay, hold it there now.
Hold on, big, let me just.
Hold it there now. Hold it there, man. Thaddeus.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Yeah, respect. Come in.
Yeah, big up everybody. Boy, I don't even know where to start now. Okay, you need to change your leaf. Because your Prime Minister is a thief. I just want to rhyme it out there. Let us go back to the 1980s.
No, use them word there. No, use them word there. Because right now, they have new policies. No, use them word there.
All right, cool. Let us go back to the 80s. We have 3 ages. We have the Iron Age, the Industrial Age, and the Technological Age. The Western world sort of more benefited from the Industrial Age. Jamaica in particular was one such country. Mr. Siaga, upon the introduction of the Industrial Age, in its height of development, saw it fit to fit within that scope at the time, and therefore he established places like the Marcus Garvey Industrial Terrace. There's also the Catchinall Industrial Complex. There's also the Freeport Industrial Complex, and a number of others. Now, that set the tone for every other development of Jamaica that happens thereafter. The PNP could have done nothing that they claim to have done without that sort of foundation, because you might have as much promises and good policies as you want. Without a growing economy, you're going to have to borrow to build, which was the case, by the way, that the PNP did, because they had no idea how to grow an economy, and therefore what they did was to borrow and sometimes use the economy as a source of control for political expediency, right? So let us not get into all of that whole historic fact, because if even let us say they have a history of building, when you calculate, when you do a thorough, honest, factual calculation of the cost that the PNP have had on Jamaican economy, I always say this, I don't know if reparation owes us more or the PNP owes Jamaica more, but it's somewhere along that line. You owe us trillions of dollars. And you talk about the highway, remember the highway with overrun? A Jamaica loan cost Jamaica $1 billion US dollars. That was a PNP construct. $1 billion US dollars. Highway 2000 cost Jamaica over 400 billion Jamaican dollars. Check the facts. Get your facts right. When the PNP throughout the 90s, right, and into the time that the PNP demitted office, or the time that they managed the economy, They grew not one sector. Absolutely nothing. And let me touch something on FinSac. FinSac didn't happen by chance. FinSac was orchestrated by the PNP because they always claim that the JLP are the business people, and they always want to make sure that they undermine them because they always want to control the money so that they can win the election. That's the strategy. So let's not fool ourselves. If you are not properly educated on the subject matter, you go read up, and if you don't understand what goes on behind the scene, you need to keep your mouth shut. It was planned, it was orchestrated, and the outcome is what it was. To get 44,000 businesses out of an economy crash one time, that's no mean feat. That's something massive. And thinking about the spin-off from those businesses, so you're talking about 44, it just wasn't 44,000. You could multiply that by 4. Don't get stupid here. Don't get reckless with the mathematics. So therefore, as a consequence of that, they had no policy for building the economy. So all they did was to put things in the pipeline because they couldn't come out the pipeline because there was no liquidity, so to speak, in the pipeline to push those projects out. Because they came at a time when a lot of lenders was becoming very wary of the PNP borrowing, because they begin to realize that they're not the economy is not going for them to get back their money. Hence, what the PNP solution was to overtax Jamaica. Jamaica became mostly the third most taxed country on earth under the PNP. They got a reputation. Jamaica PNP had never really grown the economy in no substantial way on production. Whatever money they make was taxed, and therefore, when you tax people and no production, you know what end up happening? You create inflation. Get the subject matter right. Get the subject matter right. Right? So don't come to us and talk to us about what you build. What it is that you maintain. Look at the Cornwall Regional Hospital. When they first started out, I think they had a asbestos problem. When they cleared that and thought it was just asbestos, they had to gut the building. You know what gutting a building means? It almost has to take it back down to frame. And all of this happened after an overtaxed economy. Owing the debt, now we're just getting it down. So you didn't actually pay back the debt. You didn't invest in the infrastructure. So we owe money, no infrastructure, not even one. If you had done one thing, if you had even taken care of the education, fling out everything else, just take care of one of them, the education, you'd have put Jamaica way ahead. And a lot of the money that we are spending now, we would need to spend those money.
Yeah, land it there, sir, brother. You land it there, sir. Steve, 21 now, you're done 25.
Yeah, take long Smitty. Me hear the Virginia say PJ fix St. Thomas Road. Early on, you asked him what PJ do for St. Thomas, people do for St. Thomas, and couldn't tell me. But you know, I go there, so. That you just say a white man a build St. Thomas urban center. But let me say something on land. He said Harborview built up in the 90s. Harborview built up in the 60s. You see me a deal it? And Lato, let me tell you this, me done Lato. Say Lato, come like you must smoke dope and that's that me feel. What's Smitty? I just say me land, come in the top of the stage of coke in the brother. I jump here.
You don't talk?
You know the best in the coke in the me jump.
They have to defend the thing, man.
Listen now.
All right.
Let me talk. I'm caught my minister, no, brother. 22 with it and a half with it. 22 and a half with it. Can jump off it in the 22. Anyway, let me tell you something, Squitty. A little man don't about them, they bought a ball land. You know ball land? When my grandfather grew as a little baby boy, you know my grandfather said to me, say, he might make sure by me land that when me walk in a Jamaica, me no walk on people place. Anywhere me walk in a Jamaica, and on the government road. Anywhere me walk in a Jamaica, I must be government road, and I must pay taxes feet. So I'm free if you walk on it. Me have will can show you where people will work for we, where people will work for we. Where pan the wheel, them have peace. Me have to give them piece of land, and me give them piece of land. And my grandfather tell me say if they're dead, give them grand pitney. So you don't have them the kind of quality in a yoke. No way you have, where you have. Jamaica. You can't give people in Jamaica. And me I give you people in Jamaica and the government. That you feel know. Me I give you land and me the government of Jamaica.
Well, man, I know that you are talking about
brother,
politics.
Give me time and me talk, no dog. Because when the man talk and I talk, fuck you, not something to them. Let me talk. When he tell me what about in land and in land when you have. In your land, you know about land. You can't tell me king can't walk out my land. That make tell him what about land. Land in fuck. Anyway, back to all we were talking about. In the 70s, when Michael Manley in a power, the house them over Waterford sell for 27,000 or 25,000 or 26,000. In a Waterford. Because parents them, my parents they buy every house. Every one of them have a house. In the 70s, 80s. Every one of them have a house. And in pass away and gone and all of we have a house. Yeah? Because they make sure them buy one house and give it. Remember that. You see when it come to in the 90s, Greater Portmore house herself for 120,000, 130,000. When me have bridging, we have push hand cart, we buy 1 by 2. Me have man with the pan stall pan roadside. We buy over there they live right now with the house pretty like gold. Yeah? When in a 90s, when Greater Portmore make, when I dump up Greater Portmore now I make house over there. Okay, when me left for foreign I go to make a cement in my car over there go put in my bridging house. Yeah? So I think when me tell you about we don't just come, we never say come see, you know. We never see come see. But we don't never see come see from the day we born we are see. So when I'm talking about Jamaica now and these white people coming and investing, I have no problem with that because I love investment, because I talk about it. But how many towns we have in Jamaica where we can say a Jamaican own the building, or Jamaican own the business place there, or Jamaican own the downtown. You don't have one Jamaican who own a wholesale place where any Jamaican can go there and shop. And say we are shop. If you buy something, if you put in our store or any store in Jamaica. There's no Jamaican. It's Chinese man or the Indian man from India. You go down to Ochi. All of the store them we sell figurine, we sell like a pretty thing them. I will have them. No, Jamaican don't own them because they run the Jamaican multi-place and give it to Indian man and white man. My brother go down up in a store down at Ochi. Open him club down at Ochi. And then lock it, they fight him out and lock him out and give Indian people the store. Fight him out and lock him because what? Him a black man. They fight him out, lock him out. The police probably maybe they claim a complaint, say make nice. But when the Indian man take over a place and have the place, there's no nice again. There's no nice again because a white man have it, a black man have it. So what we need to do as Jamaican, as I'm saying, the ban consistent thing, so we can't grudgeful. The ban consist truck, bus, car, everything, land, everything. So we can't grudgeful. But when we say about my Jamaicans, not for these Jamaicans where buy big house by hill and can't pay the light bill. Some of them can't go. They never gonna want a room for all 5 years. They're not gonna room this up. You know what them should do? Use their money and build some factory, 4 wall, and build some. Make we build pepper. Make we build pimento leaf. Make we build some kind of leaf, some kind of mint factory, some kind of thing, and make we build up our own country as a Jamaican. The only man who know what Jamaica as a Dan, as King Dan, and then the man for over St. Thomas, over Sportland there, where own the bank there, where live in Canada. We don't know no other Jamaica. We don't know that Jamaica be tough for Canada. My 4 minutes already, brother.
Brother, you're there 27 now. Do the maths.
Okay. Big up on yourself.
Wendell.
A week.
Hold on, Wendell. Let me deal with Josh before. Let me hear Josh. Come in, Josh. Joshua.
Greetings, sir.
Yeah, greetings.
You know, I've been listening here, you see, and I'm pretty disturbed by people focusing more on their party than the country. I listened to the gentleman a while ago speaking about the foreigners, and I'm going to repeat for the 4th time since the week began. Foreigners do not invest in a country that's not growing because people want the best out of their money. whenever you see anybody heading to a country either to invest or to work, it means it's a growing economy. The three largest economies in the Western world, America, Canada, and England, were all built on the backs of immigrants. When immigrants come to your country, they come, and by virtue of the fact that they are here, it provides more jobs immediately. Because if you have 100 new immigrants, and let's say 4 live in a house, that's 25 need for real estate. So immediately real estate benefits. All of them have to eat. So the farmer and the supermarket is going to benefit. All of them have to travel. Transport is going to benefit, whether it be public, private, or them own a vehicle. It's going to benefit. And we can look at all the other areas, hardware, you name it, that is going to benefit by foreigners being here. I hear people talk about all the while, say, boy, the jobs that are provided is only the big man. So who working at them building there, even if it's a multi-million-dollar corporation? Usually the poor man. So poor people benefit from it. And they get an opportunity to have a start. Now, me hear a little talk earlier about who brought the used car business to Jamaica. When we are talking, we must get the facts right. Daryl Vaz is the father of the used car business in Jamaica. The first location he had was at Old Hope Road, right there, so almost at Matilda's Corner. I'm sure of that, and nobody tell me in front of Jamaica Society for the Blind, right in front of there, so them did have it. Right? I hear people saying Andrew Holness did nothing. In Falmouth, he built a transitional home for women. In Montego Bay, one is being built right now. He also built a transition home for girls in Falmouth, right? In addition to that, the 3 miles overpass, when 3 miles used to be a nightmare for cross there. So the care program for young people, $150,000 every single year. For them get a diploma program, is now free. Plus he provides traveling and food for them to eat, $67,000 every month. That's not doing anything for people. The lift program so that people can learn to drive heavy duty equipment and huge trucks. That's what Andrew Holness did. The new social housing program for people who don't live nowhere are barely surviving, free of cost, and give them house there. Right? The 2,000 educational scholarships that were granted last year and 10,000 the year before using the Barwent educational scholarship in different areas. The 320 odd health centers that were renovated and built last year. The 140 odd police stations being built and renovated simultaneously, not to mention the St. Thomas Urban Center and one now being built that they're going to start in Portland soon. 7 hospitals that is being built and renovated within the last 5 years. Although me PNP are trying to make it be 9 years, right? 2019, that's when they started the process. When they went there, it was supposed to be some minor repairs that the PNP knew about long before and never do nothing. When they went there, they realized it's not minor repairs, but they have to do a lot of things, and they did what is known as rescoping, which means that they have to cut the entire building from scratch and basically rebuild.
All right.
Joshua. Huh?
That's a brother.
All right.
Windell.
Yeah, my chief. We not come on this program about boasting about what we have. Because as a youth, we come from rural St. Elizabeth. We come see our parents with land and house and business. But we St. Elizabeth and come at town. And in the 80s, we work and then we start our own business. If I mention the business, okay, you need to hear this. When 1989, after Michael come in power, Michael used to use my business to promote small business all over Jamaica. So when I talk, but you tell me I don't know politics, I tell you I know politics, and I know how business runs, right? So when we talk about if you don't have a stable economy, you can't build business. We can tell you that because you could have leave from St. Elizabeth and come and
You have to drop somebody for Adara.
and start my business. And your government, when I come in, when I could see how well me I do to use my business. And if I do the research, I can find it out, right? To promote small business and what small business can do, right? Because in the 80s, in the 90s, 89, when they come back in power, we have a business class in Jamaica where young people started to see themselves as making jobs for others away from going to work for other people. Because that's what me used to do. Me used to employ people, right? And in the 90s, all of them business they mash up because some of the business them that needed a work for. Them business they go under, and it not go under because people borrow money and never they are paid. It go under because the policy of the government, the big thing about it is that your government never understand what is a free market economy. You never understand it and see I got point it out to you at the time and tell them say if you not do what you do, the whole economy will go under. And you never take it, you never listen to him. Him know, you never know. Because the problem with we at Jamaica, we like somebody and we vote for them. My brethren there, him over there so on him apart. I mean understand you with your boss yourself at that one way you didn't have. But you started to understand, so you need to start to show the your kids them are the people them who you relate to. That yes, you can give them piece of land, but you want to teach them how to have investment, how them can invest, to have their own money for do their own business. Tell them how to run the stock market. Tell them say them can survive from being a yard boy and need somebody for themselves. That's what my parents grew me. Them grew me. You have to go there, you have to face your thing, and you have to understand how business runs. Right? In the 80s, we have people, I remember go a jump pro, right? Them have a thing in a cars at the time, it was gas, where them carry up there when you go up there to learn how to manage your business. So we develop a business class at the time. When the government come in and the policy, right? When I time interest rates that I go over 100%, a man borrow small money, and when he take a stock, he might pay about 15, 20 times the amount when borrow. So now tell me, you don't know it. Because we say to you, when your government come in a power or key, them use my business to promote small business and what small business can do for people. So you don't talk to an Indian. You talk to somebody who's been there and done it, right? So when you go come up and I tell people about them don't know politics. Yes, I don't know politics like you. I know politics better than you. And I see what I want to do to the economy because we depend at the time for grow Jamaica. And that's why right now we said we are choose Jamaica. And my brethren they are talking about him used to drive to outer St. Thomas in the water. When see ever get the economy in the 80s, our economy declined by 25%. If they have a bill back that. That's why some of the things that we could do. You understand? So nobody look on it and I think say everything will go well. We make a mistake in the 70s. We choose Michael instead of choose Jamaica. In the 90s, we choose PG instead of choose Mountain. Right? And that are the problem. So all of us got chat, all of us face the facts, is that when Bruce take over this country, shortly after Bruce take over the country, we have a recession. And Peter Philip there said in a parliament today, we have one of the worst recession in a long time. And yet still we come out of it. Oh, So when I talk about the country did mash up, when I tell people say Bruce did go through one of the wickedest recession, right? I will come out. So nobody come up and make it look like say we don't know nothing. I say too no more.
All right, Wendell. We'll let us win then. Rivian.
Yes. You know, I want my Jamaicans to be cognizant of something. You know, they're just saying that by his deeds, they're just saying that by his deeds shall a man be known. And as an individual, one of the things I practice, I watch what I pay more attention to what a person does and a little less attention to what they say. So I want us to be aware that the opposition leader has powers in terms of governance, right?
That's all they make up the government.
Right. So he's also one of the social engineers that would be engineering a social environment what would promote social welfare. And he has certain authority, certain powers. Now, as a responsible social engineer, you all would expect that when it comes to the affairs of the people.
Yeah, go in and out, man. Talking and I talk a phone, man.
Are you hear me now?
Yeah, you go in and out.
As a responsible social engineer, right? One would expect that when it comes to matters of the people, you would act within the interest of social welfare. You would act within the interest of the people. And if you
your voice has go down and up, man. Keep up your voice, man.
All right.
Look like you do something there, man.
All right. If you observe the action of the opposition leader so far, as it relates to the matters of the people.
We not hear you, brother. We not hear you good.
You not hearing me now?
Talking on the phone, man. You do something, man, and distract with the thing.
You hear me now? You hear me now?
Yeah, we're talking on the mic so we can hear the voice, good man.
Right. So, you hear me now?
Yeah, we are here. Keep it up.
All right. So, as it relates to the matters of the people, I mean, earlier on we were discussing that he wasn't at the significant milestone of the St. Thomas Urban Center. And if you look previous to that, almost all the initiatives that government takes as it relates to promoting social welfare, he literally boycott them. And I just can't understand how you can say that you want to become a person who wants to enhance the social welfare of a people. And you're in a position where you can contribute to that, to see that these things happen. And your general attitude is to always opposing, condemning, and blocking them. So the people have to pay some attention to that. In the sense that by his deeds, Solomon the Lord. So if you are always blocking the things that will enhance the social welfare of the people, when you have less power, chances are that what can you expect? All right. So we inherited an education system from our ancestors, so to speak. All right. So if you have a family and they are not very resourceful, very affluent, one of the things that they say that can really transform that family is education. So I strongly believe that when we got independence, one of our priority should have been education, right? Hence, I was saying earlier on that when we conceptualize the whole idea of a highway, which that highway should be a highway to the educational infrastructure. So when this gentleman O'Keefe is saying that if you don't create highway, how can investors move around? You have to balance that. You have to balance that argument by saying that if you create,
all right, balance it there so now. Hold it there so.
If you create enough engineers, right, enough economists, we would have personnel, we would have the human resource to build these highways from ourselves, and we would have an educated population. So we would have an educated population, we would have the highways, we would have the capital markets to attract foreign
All right,
investors.
Ripian, hold it there, sir. Hold it there, sir, brother.
Okay, sir.
Hold it there, sir. 87.
Yeah. Split it.
Yeah.
One play one for small clipping about the house. 2 PMP talk about the house business. This is what I want.
Yeah.
PNP Senator Floyd Morris cut line. Andrew Holness built more NHT houses than any PNP administration.
Because in the civil service, were able to purchase those lots or houses at a significantly low cost. And those are some of the things that need to be done.
Yeah,
in
but
order
bear
to make our people own their own.
Bear in mind, though, that the data show that under this JLP administration, the NHT has built far more houses than it built under preceding PNP administrations. I mean, the numbers show that.
I don't know where you would
Never mind, go look at the numbers. The numbers show that, Senator.
No, I mean, I am not seeing that data. And where you get that data from?
Come on, I know I have seen that data. That data is very, very clear, and we can go and look
Because
at it.
for example,
but that is
over the past 9 years, NHT has been building on average, putting out in the market less than 3,000 houses.
More than when the PNP was in office.
Certainly not at all. Because in the 1990s, into the mid-2000s, we were averaging over 6,000 houses.
I tell you
what's coming out.
I tell you what, I'm at the break, but between now and tomorrow program,
Don't buy into the dirty propaganda.
With the greatest of respect, Senator. The greatest of respect, Senator. Thank you. But with the greatest of respect, I look at the numbers, and I'm saying here that I saw numbers showing that the JLP have been building more houses under the current.
Okay. Just to prove a point to them, because when I talk about build house, JLP build more house than PNP. And the house that this JLP is building now is not 4 kind of board house and outside lodging. It's proper house. Everything under one roofing. So I don't understand why this PNP cult come here every night trying to tear down Jamaica. And I try to bring down Jamaica. I hear Sokim said that Spur Tree Road was built by PJ. Sir, you are wrong. Spur Tree Road was built by Alpart, Aluminum Portants of Jamaica. Alpart built Spur Tree Road based on Alpart unit. I thought Mike and with nice in the background there. Alpart built Spur Tree Road because they were having a lot of accidents with the big truck them where a jar the stuff from port, from different part of Alpart. That's why Alpart built Spur Tree Road better. So every night I come on people platform with no one bag of propaganda like no leader. And I try to mislead Jamaica people them. Listen man, we don't have time for no fools to write about that now. Because I'm glad for one. Yes, even though Ochirayas, Negril, a Siaga built in place there, even by Portmore, Edward Siaga built the most building. All the high-rise building where downtown in place there are built by Edward Siaga. Brother, I'm not talking, man. Pluck them on the dog shit.
Yo, no style about it like that, my youth.
But it man for easy himself, man. If a man listen to my talk, I will move my mic, you know. So don't butt my argument, brother. That's our PNP company platform every night can do, spread propaganda upon the country. And when they feel say Angela Machar bring down and the country the Machar bring down, you lot of scheme where you want to name. You left Jamaica finally 80s and you can't come back on now. A chance if you're straight right now.
You know, I'm an idiot.
Peer if you can pay for you come back here. Cause you couldn't have so much land at Jamaica and hold land and sell for money now. And you're foreign.
Plan of foreign too. No plan of foreign too.
So I can kill this boy up there. I'm telling you, man, build yourself and heal yourself, man. Jamaica transform now one different world now. And the one time when the boy from Frank come here, come back and show off power. We have more money right now, and more asset more now. Because we could never have so much land at Jamaica and our foreign and suffer like we suffer foreign. We are sleeping in a basement and I come disrespect Jamaica and I come pack down Jamaica. Jamaica reach a part whose part it never did before. We PMP them a try to do it and couldn't do it. I have a talk about what Andrew do. If your previous administration did not maintain Jamaica and not spend the tax people money wisely,
you want me to turn on the video? You want me to sweep out and live?
Jamaica would never be
like
you want
to come out right box so you want to stay in our box.
You understand? If PMP was maintaining Jamaica for the 22 and a half years, this country will never be like this. It would never drop down like this. The amount of police station when we see in a PMP time when the rain fall, police have set bucket to catch water. Police have to know them a walk on Westmoreland and they board through them because they will drop through it. You understand? One police station never steal them, but close beside the hospital for steal them. A bear rat living in it. Bear rat living in the station. And since Andrew come on board, police station have upgrade and renovate and build. Right now, 2 police stations brand new are built at Westmoreland and also a headquarters. She in a one place. I want to look at the liar caretaker MP come out and say Andrew build prison at Westmoreland. That's how vulnerable the PMP supporters is. But we don't need to get no eye tested. Because they man Crawford say PMP have bad side, but him have bad mind. And most of the guys who are on the PMP side, when they corrupt on this bad mind for how Jamaica country are transformed in one different place, and when they can't come back home and they can't find no playing fair on the street. And I learn right there.
All right, we expect. Triple D.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, man, good morning.
First, I want to ask Lato a question. When is the last time you came back to Jamaica, Lato?
Every minute, every second. Because my business down there. And I can't make people take away my business. They my thief down there. The people my thief out, they go them.
Sir,
every minute.
Hello, miss, me never thief your mama pussy tongue. No come tell me say you're not
you, me say the people down there thief out the thing.
Look here.
Let's just answer 1 minute and no going on an argument, man.
Look like you're pussy long like goat. You come this, so you come. Me girl, ease yourself.
Squid, I think you need to drop Latta, you know, because Latta diss everybody and he might get away with it.
I was so good battery boy for true, man.
Lato de pan period, you know.
Lato spoil your program and people
are
going to respect your program.
I'm not going to bring you up, brother, because you're not listening. We bring you in a box, brother, through me know a long time, I bet you, but you're not just easy, no, man.
And she's talking.
I hear him say.
Tell her don't style me. Tell her talk and don't.
Squitty, you probably need to forget about the lady sometime because she lose a whole lot of time because of the disrespect and push pan people.
Don't make a lady talk without nobody say nothing, please.
I hear him say that no.
Lady, Triple, no address nobody.
I heard him say that there's no. I'm not addressing him. I'm not addressing him. I'm just talking.
Man, just talk.
I heard him say that there's no black owner downtown, right? I'm going to name a few for him. Right now, Bobby is the biggest business owner downtown, and he's a black man. You have one on 73 Orange Street. For him store no tap here so and no one store no two store. Him supply majority. Not because you say them are Chinese down there. Him supply majority of the Chinese them down there. So right now if me want to start a business, me can go to him and he just supply me with the things that I be pay after. Come back again, you have Baby Lou. Baby Lou have one of the biggest store downtown on West Street, and she a black woman. Right? You have around a Lou Lane again. Right? You have high grade store on Arden Street. You have a big wholesale run on West Street. And when I tell you about, you see the lady when I tell you her name Baby Lou, she control the whole of West Street from 36 go right back up, upstairs and downstairs. I fear it. I mean, I ask nobody no question that when I know. Right? Come back to O'Keefe. O'Keefe, I have a friend where a manager, a supervisor at KFC. I'm going to tell you about only the line staff them. Them I get $520 per hour. So check 8 times 5. Because you do 8 hours for the day. You get $4,160. Times that by 5. 20,800. A KFC. When we did the Island Grill, I get $420 over 3 years that now. So then supposed to step up an Island Grill pier more than KFC. Me there a supermarket at work, I'm a supervisor there, and every Friday I collect my lunch money.
Good night, good night, good night. Yeah man, hold on brother. Good night, good night.
So lato uno come pan live I come and spread on the poke again and I tell lie. Right, uno need to stop it. And I rest my case.
Okay.
Joshua, let me tell you something. You must learn to split justice. You know, you see, it's a two-sided. Everybody face their own manners. If you tell somebody about them people, them a batty man, they're going to answer. You must be fair. All you need to say, we are big people. We just need to behave ourselves. Because if you call me batty man, I'm going to style you back wicked same way. If you call me girl, I'm going to say you're born to your daddy batty. So we are big people. Let us behave like big people. That's what you need to say. Don't be politically biased with bad behavior. It's from the two sides. All right. Joshua, you're one of the biggest propagandists. And you need to go and get your facts. Because you speak proper English and your tens and everything up to scratch and such. You intend for people to believe they rubbish them out of your mouth. You know nothing about facts. PJ Patterson was the prime minister who opened up the used car market in 1993. 1993, and that's how Darrell Vaz now could have got Japan. Darrell Vaz having money. Darrell Vaz a rich man. Darrell Vaz could have got Japan, go buy how much 1,000 used car. Darrell Vaz one of the first used car dealers we come down in the country because the government opened up the market. Government has to open up the market. So please direct the people them right and stop telling people them open nonsense. Some of these health centers were started to refurbish from under the from the PNP, which tomorrow may come and get the facts. Let me tell you something. 1980, when the Jamaica Labour Party won the election, our GDP was 63%. 1989, when Michael Mann, the Bossiagaha, he have a whole 60 seats, and Michael Mann take 45 from him, right? Our GDP was now 262%. There was an increase by 315.8%. Let me leave it right there. Now, Andrew Holness, did a very good election 2016. He had some very good policies that he grabbed people with. The 100 days, the fixed election day, the corruption, he going to be responsible for the corruption in his government. In Fena, go back into the NHT, fund the NHT houses to build. How many thousand houses is going to that Andrew Holness do not fulfill majority of what he put into his manifesto 2016. Andrew Holness used him young. When he came in 2016, in build the roads and the PNP for bill, so he can get him go on with that thing. Right? And him give you a fine behind in 2020. No. The only big initiative that Andrew Holness has as a prime minister is the urban center. I give him full credit for. With a white man Billy, or whatever, I'm going to give him. That's his initiative, and if him not give the go ahead as a prime minister, he can't. Andrew Holness government is a failure of health. Andrew Holness government is a failure of security. Because you're not going to use just this month or last month. Andrew Holness have too much big murder rate all the COVID when the place locked down, people still are dead like dogs and cats. You understand? Right? Corruption and too much corruption from him to his ministers. How you must be a prime minister, you cannot declare your assets. Yeah? A bank account, and the missus so, the commission says so. You open a bank account of 0%, and the next day 150,000 US was lodged into the account. 28 bank account. You don't come from any rich family, right? A dirt poorness you come from. You are an opposition MP for 10 years, from 1997 at age 25 to 2007. He becomes the Minister of Education. He spent 1 month as Prime Minister, right? SSL, Peter Phillips said no more lodgement must be happening in SSL, and they stopped it because they knew that SSL had some problem. When the Andrew Holness-led government come back in, they opened it up. The Minister of Finance at the time was Dr. Clark told Andrew that the bank was, the financial institution was going on. Andrew closed his account for 2017. 2017. Royal Reed can't give account for how much million US out of the education sector. Look at today. Dr. Dawes had a press conference. They buy an equipment that value 200,000 for 30 million. The business is owned by Donovan Williams. Too much corruption, and let me tell you something. This is the end. This is the end of the Jamaica Labour Party. Because Jamaicans are no idiot. And let me tell you, the young people, they are swinging with Mark Golding. And Mark Jefferson Golding is Jamaica next prime minister. Let me tell you now, I could get some tranquilizer because he refused to call election because he knows say fire there must sail it. Cold breeze. You understand?
All right. Hold it okay.
I think I'm the next one. No man, I'm the man. Watch the Jubilee jump back and be there long.
We are 8. There are 6 in the back now.
Yeah, man, but no, I can't do me jump. I me jump out. So, all right. When might I tell me?
Spence. Unmute your mic, Spence. Unmute your mic. Spence asleep. Spence, unmute your mic now, brother. All right. Spence, unmute your mic.
You hear me now?
Talk, no man. Yo, you mute back yourself, you know. Unmute your mic, no man.
Who's Joshua there, no man? Let Joshua chip in there, no man.
Spence, talk.
Yes. All right. For this brother, I tell him lato what he name, right? I find get so much gift and so much land and something. What
if a man no man and talk politics, no man, and come and find man, no man and talk politics.
O'Keefe, when I shut up,
O'Keefe,
when I
let
shut
the
up,
man
the
talk,
man
my
did say
brother.
O'Keefe.
Wanna make the man talk, wanna allow the man, man. Go
He
on,
gets so
brother.
much gift. He gets so much gift and so much property. What utilization and do to it? He put anything pan if another person come and get something to live from. He have a little business. He they do anything to help anybody. Right? You know,
You
but I
asking me a
don't
question or what? You asking me a question?
No, let me talk. Cause you when
Oh,
you
oh,
done, you
oh.
know, not done. When we done, you can rebut. Right? You know, not do nothing for other people live off. And when the other people come and they do better and they improve the country, you know, fight it down. Right? Me hear the other one don't about when you okay when him the other night I say him when people that work a call center and something not get no money. I tell you something, man. You see the people that work a call center, a pure highline vehicle and everything. The house nice and pretty. Then children they go to university and go to good school. Leave the people them alone, make them work them little money and excel themselves and build up themselves. You know the one side, do little lolly and slush. And also people start life. We today and young people today know if we start in life, whatever way they want, some from a little bit until they excel and reach enough. We just sit down up with some bad mind people. The amount of people they work at call center, if everybody they suffer and make no money. You think you see so much top of the line car on road? You see so much top of the line house I build. Go in every local community and see what people they utilize their little money. Leave the people alone, no too bad mind, no PNP. Right? And that's no problem. Right? We don't do nothing to help the country. We have bad mind and bring down people. The other thing when we want to say, when they talk about Michael Manley this and Mike PJ this and that, see I cannot do nothing. But we couldn't live in a Michael Manley era today. We couldn't live in a PJ era today. We have to live in a Andrew Holness era. Right? And let me tell you something. Mark Golden will never see this country as a prime minister. So when you say that whatever you say, JLP, go and have to drink, eat and drink, make sure you have the same medicine for yourself because you have to eat and drink it. You dig pit for JLP, dig one for yourself. Right? Because this country I am 60 years old and I've never seen the progress in this country that I've seen now since Andrew Holness is the prime minister, right? And hear the song we want to uno the Andrew Holness. Them are go tired to see him face, but them can't get him out of the race. Because I might tell you something. Want fighting to see Andrew Holness lose, that only selfishness no want to excel, and you not go work. Right? And somehow they on the program from the start from night and now come off and give other people a chance. And other people have more contribution to make to the development of this country. And so you can sit down with a conceited mind. We don't go nowhere. Squitty, you need to expel some of them and send them off of the line after they make so much time on the line and make other people come in. Because your program is #1 program. And because of them, people can't get to come in and share their growth. Anyway, that me have to say for right now. But the country have been glowing, and only the few bad mind PNP. We don't Libya. We don't Libya and no want Jamaica to come dip on top. We don't want to stand same way like when you left here and run with Ghana America and Ghana other country. But we are here to fight our battle, and my children and my grandchildren are going to live in some joy and some happiness after when Mike Andrew Holness done with this country. So no can't tell no, they could have never come back. Could have never come back. Jamaica no miss no.
All right. Good expense.
Yeah.
Joshua.
Thanks again. I've been listening to the comrades and I find it very interesting, some of the delusional statements that are made. One other thing I want us to, I just looked up a word and I'll read it, and I deliberately looked it up because I'd love us to look at the meaning of words, and I was very careful in my wording. The word pioneer means develop or be the first to use or apply. I said Darrell Vaz was the pioneer of the used car business in Jamaica. our comrade brother on the other side did admit that Daryl Vaz was the first to have started this thing. Whether the license was given by PJ or not, Daryl Vaz had the vision for it, and he started it. If he was in government, based on the industry the ministry that he leads, he would have had to grant himself that license. So whether or not it was granted by PJ, it wasn't started by PJ. Now, I heard another statement made, and this was written in the chat, that the cellular industry credit should be given to PJ. Let us go back to 1985. Mr. Edward Philip George Siaga brought Digiport to Jamaica, which is the first satellite in Jamaica, which made room for call centers in Jamaica, right? And as a result of that, cell phone industry in Jamaica. So again, another pioneering work by the JLP. PNP don't like to hear these things because it gives JLP too much credit. But whether they erase the history or whether they erase the information or not, they can't erase the truth, right? There are so many other firsts. You know, I don't even have to just stop at Andrew. But since Andrew is the one in power now, again, we spoke about Hart earlier, right? The magnificent work which is being done by Hart, right? But the reason PNP doesn't promote it, because if PNP promotes it, then what it means is that Andrew Holness cares about young people, and PNP cannot afford for that information to go out. The increase in the pension for old persons, so it's not just the young, right? PNP don't want them to know. And under the new social housing program, every MP, whether it be JLP or PNP, has been given the responsibility of giving 5 persons within their constituencies home. PNP is not pushing it. Mark Golding benefited from it. Anthony Hilton benefited from it. Philip Powell benefited from it, and Michael Phillips. So far, we don't have any other PNP that pushed it. So 10 out of the 14 have not been pushing it because guess what? It doesn't fit the narrative, right? Jobs galore. The unemployment rate has moved from a high of nearly 14% down to a low of 3.6%. Inflation rate has moved from close to 12% down to 5-point-something%. PNP don't like to hear this. The poverty rate has moved from 21% something. It's down to 11%. And I hear some false figures being banded about. Again, and let me see if I can find it quickly, by PNP apologists, right? You know, I don't mind debates. I don't mind us reasoning. But when reasoning, it must be based solely on facts and not on conjecture, right? We're not here just to win an argument. We're here to ensure that people are educated, right? I hear people say, people are swinging with Mark Golding. True, those who swing with him will swing right over a precipice, you know? And I hear that talking about Peter Phillips and SSL. Peter Phillips never shut down SSL, right? In fact, it is not even Peter Phillips' job or any prime minister's job. It is the era. There's a regulatory body which is responsible for doing it that would be normally guided by the Minister of Finance. However, the Minister of Finance would not give the authority to do so. It's the regulatory body that does it and then report to the Minister of Finance based on the findings. Right? So we must first understand what is it that we are saying, and after understanding it, we must be careful that the information that we disseminate represent the truth and not our opinion and not propaganda. I will land there for the time.
All right, respect. Lato.
No, I realize enough of you guys just start see light, just start see light, when I dark so long. But from a born me I see light, eh? And I was living in the 70s as a youth, and I was seeing good life in the 70s. And I remember and I know today that the greatest country they have on earth right now is United States of America. Nobody can fight that. America, with when Ronald Reagan sanctioned Jamaica in the late 70s, from when the 27 started, right up to 80, when them tap food from come with Siaga, tap food from come to Jamaica, stop all the foods from coming to Jamaica because we are shop, we are supermarket, so we know what go on. And they stop all the food from coming to Jamaica. Wherein two politics are coming and they want labor right to win because they tell the people in Jamaica say Mandley I sell out the country to Castro, and Castro take over it and turn it in a communist country and all kind of bullshit. In the time of 70s, when Michael Manley have the truck and call them the Coptic truck, when weed used to plant in a sentence. Weed never used to that Westmoreland, that sentence used to run ganja with a woolly Leland truck. Look like on them in a bush or in a neat bed. Them time when Michael Manley have the whole of Jamaica full of Leland truck around a ganja all over a place. When Siaga come in a power in a 1980 December and come in a power, so everything up on shelf next year. And when today, tomorrow, everything up on shelf. And then cocaine start next week. Cocaine run Jamaica from in the 80s until Siaga, till now, until today. Because then done with weed and take the cocaine straight from 80s in a 1983 when Siaga run the election alone. You think Michael Manley could have do that? If Michael Manley do that, Jamaica done, because but you see we are not war type people. We are decent, good people. So we now go. It's like all these guys leave the right, make a whole nice and talk a whole garbage. We don't act like that. We don't have to call people name and we don't have to tell them about this because you guys are war boat. Because I remember in the 80s, the amount of people were dead with white car fly by and kill off people. And it was all labor right to kill off the PNP people them all over the place in Jamaica. Come in and live in and did it. And I see and I watch and I see what I go on as a youth. Come here sense from me a youth. Now, when 1980, when Siaga take the power from Michael Manley, just before he take it, the dollar was nearly $1 to $1 in Jamaica. Come used to spend money, so we know about money. Me used to spend money, so we know about money. The dollar was $1 to $1 to the United States America dollar. So I want to talk about on the talk on this and talk on that. We never used to spend no money, so we know about money. Me Jamaica, I know I talk a while ago about labor, I play some garbage on the phone about labor right Billy Moore's house and human one woman behind the back. I talk about labor right Billy Moore's house. I know the corners of Jamaica. Me drive around the whole of Jamaica, right around. And all the most scheme that built in Jamaica built by PNP. I live in a Waterford from 1975. And when we live at Waterford, most over there.
Who built up Waterford?
Brother, PNP built Waterford. And that's where we used to live. And that's where we have house now.
Who tell you that?
Me not ask you God that they will live. And that's where we live. Up till today. And that's where we live. So you can't tell me. And we can't tell you how much money we pay for you.
Independent city JLP bill.
Brother, one place JLP bill over there. And around Old Britain. And around Old Britain. They build around Old Britain too. But let me tell you something, brother. The whole over there was full of water. When they were dumping, chuck them dump all up at the mall there. It was a sea.
Don't tell you right thing.
See, we used to do that and see it as a youth. When we got trade a man in time. Because we used to go to trade because we have a business when we learn mechanical trade and welding as a youth. You know tell you? And we used to drive past. We got a beach. When we go a beach a Sunday daytime, I got Elcha Beach. The whole of over part, the house them built up over Greater Portmore was sea. You can't tell me if I look come from a country, I don't know where I'm going in Jamaica. The only place where I know Jamaica, the Labour Party building in Kingston City is Tivoli Garden. Tivoli Garden is the only place I know them build. You don't build nowhere else. Russia coming up power. Russia build
let me tell you about Waterford now. Let me tell you about Waterford. Hold on, Pinchers. Listen to this. The Waterford housing scheme in Portmore was developed under the Portmore Municipal Council. While the first housing scheme in Portmore Independent City was developed in 1969 by West Indies home contractors. The Waterford scheme is part of the larger Greater Portmore development that began in early 1990s. This development was spearheaded by the Jamaican government to address Jamaica housing crisis, with the San Jose Accord playing a key role in funding the project. So in the 90s, they built up.
Also, Waterford bill in the
Are you
70s. The
stupid?
70s Waterford bill.
Me brother. Me live a Waterford. I mean, no idiot. Me say me live a Waterford me live. In a 70. We buy we house a Waterford 1975. Second World. Chilani East. You hear me tell you?
Who build Pienland?
Pienland, a PNP bill here earlier, right?
Sister P bill, Pienland.
Sister P build Pienland, but a top Paris Finster father build Pienland road, boy.
Eh?
And PNP run out the people about there and take over Pienland. What that time is?
Listen to me, listen to me.
Maybe build some, yeah. Maybe can build some, but
hold on, let me get little time, please. Can I get my little time, please? Let me get my little time. So, I can count in a Kingston City the buildings them that around the whole corporate area, the mega between Port, I call Portmore, Kingston, to not put in a Kingston bracket. Because enough of the people live over there, Kingston, they come from over there go live. Enough for them. So I call it a mega city. The mega city between Portmore and Kingston, you can count all the little small development where labor right bill. But most of the majority of the house they may build at Jamaica build underneath the PNP government.
Why you talk Holness speech?
You can't tell me one of them. Barty Valley Garden. Me know Valley Garden built by
Sierra. Tell you more than one already.
Which one?
You hear.
Hold on. Let me done. And then you can talk when the film time come. Let me done and you can talk when the film time come.
You have a minute left.
Didn't you take one of my minutes, sir?
Then I get now.
You couldn't give me two?
Talk no man.
All right. No, as I was saying, so when we went back to Jamaica in the early 90s, the dollar was 14 to 1. I never forget that. 14 to 1 when I went back to Jamaica. You understand what I'm saying? So, me no say the dollar not rise out of place because it get fucked from in the 80s, messed up from in the 80s. And for the messed up, when my man get the place, when PG get the government in a 89, no money in the kitty, the money done, everything leak out and gone, in a gone up. I never know where gone. I see it. You understand? God in the sea. So, me hear this guy come talk about labor right build more house. I don't know about that. Because if they didn't build house, I say yes, they build house. And true, they build house.
Man, said that funny things are
now they build house. Right. Now they're building house now. They're building 1 and 2 house now. But they're not building no schema house like how BNP build schema house, people.
Check out Bernal Lodge and them place.
Hold on, excellent. Classic.
Yeah, man. Anyway, I'm going to stay down more and squeeze let me out.
No, I'm my time before classic.
Quick question, man.
That's my time now, you know. You're bringing classic.
Well, I know, but say we talk already, you know. Them man are brand new, you know. I could hear them talk, you know.
Well, you see, as I come up on the line, pinchers, because you can't come and know pinchers, you know. You see me, I know him lifestyle, because you see him come here and show up, and just come over like
yeah, but Squitty, me shouldn't get a second. Remember, say, all right, give me one talk and then we jump out.
Man. Well, I know, we are coming down the line, man.
No, but you're going up at the line. Me the doing
excellent. Yeah, we are come back down. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, talk on them classic.
No, but that's say, boy, because pinchers come here and show up, I mean, me know pinchers, I know every shot in live Canada, I know everything about him, so I'll show up and send it there. I show up at you see me come up and jump up and down.
No, people personal life. You don't left people personal life and talk politics, no man. What happened to the man? You know,
all
man.
Right, go on.
So the question I ask is, are people going, the people today, will they be voting because of the 70s, 80s, and 90s? Or is it about current events?
We about everything, classic. We have to talk about everything, past, present, and everything. Everything have to involve in our politics. So
make the PNP then come with them look of foolishness, the man. Excellent, you know them thing, you know, bro.
Building everything involved in a
Ask
politics.
them about
Past,
Mark
present, and
Golden.
future,
What Mark
man.
Golden I do for the people and make the people them to vote for him.
So all them involved in the past. The way so we know if we talk about FinSac and them thing the way they do. Everything involved in a politics. Past and the present they go involved all the time.
Talk and then we put in Windell.
Can't
What?
get rid of that. Me don't talk. I pinch out the couple of about the run gone, so me don't talk.
All right, him say I come back now back, see now.
Brother, you don't know X.
Brother,
You
pinch
don't
out me
know
a lot of
nothing
thing
about
about
me,
you,
brother. You see me, I road.
Me know a lot of thing about
You
you.
don't know nothing about me, my brother.
Me know everything
Nothing
about
at
you,
all.
brother. Me know everything
Nothing
about
at all
you.
you don't know about me. Me
Me know everything
me
about
see
you.
a road as me brethren, and me deal with
Me
you as
see
a
about you,
brethren.
but you come
You
and
don't
show
know
off.
nothing about me.
Me
You
know a
don't know
lot. Me know a
nothing
lot.
about me, my brother. You know my name?
Pinchers, me say me know a lot.
You don't know nothing.
For 1990, me know you.
Yeah, but you don't know nothing about me. You
Me
all
know a
listen,
lot,
listen, there's a
brother.
star boy for you know me.
When you come and talk about all drugs and them things, stop talking them things there, because me expose a lot of things.
Brother, you see you go like you're informer. You're informer for the line. And that you come to do inform.
Yeah, man, you're better.
You just come talk about drugs and the 80s and say I go on drugs.
Brother, we are talking about what go on when in a time when we live in a Jamaica in the 70s. We are telling about cops.
And you are bringing up drugs.
You probably know.
Thing. No, the personal thing out of the
you
thing,
don't
no,
know
man.
about me, my brother.
You
You
leave
don't know
personal
nothing
to
about me, my
personal life,
brother.
You know all
Tell
the
me, I
thing
tell you
about
that.
you. When I'll
Nothing
fatter the
at all, you don't know
artist,
about me, dog.
when I'll
You see me?
fatter the artist, me know a lot of things about you.
You see
When
me?
man them at Jamaica ask me if you can run with them things, me know a lot of things about your printers.
Yeah, idiot, you know. You're a real madman.
Let the man them stop them.
You're a real madman.
Argument.
You know,
Yeah, show off,
when
yeah, show off.
we got to take him in a hide. When we got to take him in a hide.
Show off.
Tap the
Make the man
garbage.
them talk, brother.
You know nothing about me, dog. Nothing at
Me
all.
know a whole heap of things about your printers.
I hear
I
you.
show
I
off, you come for the
don't
line
know
and
nothing
show
about me,
off.
dog. Tell me, I tell you that.
You see me, I say, show
Family
off.
black
like
family
you
never live
come
in a
and show off.
basement yet.
Big man.
They buy me house for a long time.
Very
Long
sure.
time. Long time.
Buy back in a house.
For Wonderland. Me have to
Living
tell now
life.
what Jewish people live in it. You don't know
Well,
my
I ask
business.
everybody.
You don't know
At two
nothing about
hours-
me, dog.
at 2 hours, me want since me did it.
Yeah, they wouldn't want two right now. They wouldn't want two right
just
now.
come here and start
I'm not
show
telling
off.
the business. I mean,
Hide
whole
your
whole
hide
for
from
Jamaica
people
to
that
and
Jamaica
whole
think.
for land of Jamaica to one.
Hide.
Politics. Yeah, the garden, no, the garden, no, the garden.
You better come but you don't know nothing about me, dog. When you talk
Me
about
know a
politics,
lot about you.
you
You say
think,
hide, you have to hide from man of Jamaica. Fatter than them youth that will look for you. You can't make them see you.
yeah, idiot. You want to give Fatty number right now?
You see me, I say?
You want to give
fatter
Fatty number
you
right now?
can't make them see you.
Well, I'm going to give Fatty number now. Let me give Fatty number now.
We are trying to sell. We are trying to sell the prime minister, brother.
What you say, idiot?
We not for keep. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But they turn into something different, brother. They turn into something different. Politics we are talking, brother.
Squid your politics we are talking, man. Tell the man
He's
them
a
stop,
madman, man. You can't put it right over here.
All right, you don't talk right.
Yeah, man. Politics with it. Politics.
Me just like the show off thing and I stop them come up
You
on
show off
it.
what? Not show off for nothing. Some boy you talk about they have land, boy. They have land like me.
With the politics.
All right. You know what they say? 2 have got to sit out the road. You don't know what come out there, man.
Buckler land from. When you drive Jamaica, pay taxes.
All right, let's
What do you come here by your hat?
you come back in. Hold on. Done that now. Windell.
Yeah, man.
Man, see me road, the man don't know nothing about me.
Windell. Let us don't know, no, brother. The man say him know you. From 1990, don't know, no, man. Windell.
Yeah, man, see. You
Politics,
see, you hear them, man, yeah.
Personal thing done.
If you hear the man them talk, you would have believed that.
Yo, you mention no?
One OG, it come down to you know, Windell, then Ryan, then you. Go on, Windell.
If you hear the man them talk, you would have say Kingston and St. Andrew and Portmore are Jamaica. And that are always the problem with the PMP, because they don't understand, say, Jamaica are more than Kingston and St. Andrew and Portmore. Right? So when the lady talking to him in the background, Dean Jackson Miller. The people they now put them reputation on the line for the JLP. And she have put it out that the JLP.
But she's a PMP.
Eh?
A rubbish,
Just
rubbish,
PMP.
the Jackson Miller talk. A rubbish, rubbish shit talk. Foolishness.
Okay, go on.
You see it and them thing, them here talk about. You notice me never bought in at them thing yet? Never. Right?
Talk,
but what me I say is that that lady now put her reputation on the line for the Jamaica Labour Party. Right? And when she can say the Jamaica Labour Party build more house than the PFP, and I think that them only look on Jamaica, on Kingston and St. Andrew. And even if you look on Kingston and St. Andrew, still I tell you that the Jamaica Labour Party build more house, develop more scheme than the People's National.
You have the rest of what should I say?
Eh?
You have the rest of what should I say? Let me hear it.
None of me didn't have the report there, so.
I will not talk.
Now the recording. The brother done with the recording.
I wish brother I have it to play again.
I don't remember which one.
Okay.
Yeah. So all the you gonna come up with your loud mouth and you gonna talk about where them are think the what we are talking about right now. We are talking about growth in other country. And as the Prime Minister said, we are pivot to growth now. Because we understand, say, only if we grow the economy, then more people can come more successful. And that's all we are trying to do. That's all we are trying to do, you know. We not do anything to carry down this country, you know. We are build a country. And we are set to enough of the people them who are look on the thing, say, guess what? We have a big tent and you can come under the tent as long as you have idea for come with. Right? So we are thinking about how to build the country. We look on Portland. Yes, we have to build a new town in a Portland. But at the same time, when we look at Anato Bay and see how Anato Bay is still, we decide, say, yeah, we have to build a ring road round Anato Bay and develop the town Anato Bay. And we start by working on the seashore because the water coming out to mess up the whole town. Those are the developments. So we're not talking about development in a Kingston alone. We are looking at in a Westmoreland, in a Negrin, and we see where the erosion at the seashore are do. And we have put a buffer there so we can have sea and sand for the tourists them. Right? We not only look on Kingston, and that's where the PNP are look on. They only are look on one little thing, right? And I said to Akin before, and I said, if you can in a power for 18 years, and you can't show 18% of growth in a 18 years, then you can't come here so and sell growth to the Jamaican people because them are going to believe say, you don't have no sense because you don't know what it is to grow. We can tell you about growth because if we grow 1.5% and you grow by 0.7%, you can't talk to them about growth because no more than double and triple your growth in the year where you do. And I said to you already is that me as a businessman, right? I know what it is for run a business. The problem we don't know, we don't always believe say handout are the best thing, right? When we go a jumper in the 80s, we don't go to get handout. We go there so we could get information how to improve with business. And at the same time, they might tell you which part you can go and market your business. That's how we used to get on with your business.
All right, hold it in then. Hold it, that's all. Rivian and then 1OG.
Yeah, man. So, Mr. Lotto say Jamaicans just start see light and say we just start live local life. All right, so subject the 9 years that Andrew has been in power. So you would have said that the PNP would have had power for about 60% of our life since independence. So wouldn't it be an indictment on the PNP that having the authority to govern the country for 60% of that period, you have kept the people in darkness? There are serious indictment on the PNP. Because remember, you know, he said that we just start to the light. And it is also an endorsement of Andrew Holness that he knows has put the Jamaican people in a position that they are beginning to see the light. So technically, you're indicting the PNP and endorsing Andrew, and we appreciate that. And previous to this, you also said that the urban center was built by a Jewish white man, which is also an endorsement to Andrew because he's attracting foreign direct investment. So technically, boss, all that you have been doing and to and fro, you have been endorsing the Andrew Holness administration, and you have been indicting the PNP that they were not able to attract foreign direct investment to build the urban center previously, and they were governing the country in such a way that the Jamaican people weren't seeing any light and weren't living any life. So check your argument. Now, if you have an economic script of low growth, low GDP growth, very high interest rates as a tool to mop up liquidity, so to speak. Very high interest rate as a tool to crowd out the private sector, competing heavily with the private sector because you want to get majority of the capital in the system to borrow, to run the country because, you're growing the economy. So low growth, high interest rate, mopping up liquidity, right? Isn't that a concussion for economic failure? And hence, FinSac, that was exactly what led to FinSac, you know. Because I remember as a small business operator, you know, in the 90s, the only time we got some gyration in the economy was when the government paid the salary on the month end. After the government paid the salary on the month end, the economy was literally dormant. There was no capital flow into the system. And we have to wait for the next 3 weeks until the government pays salary again. So these are just some of the factors that culminated in FinSac, and it is undeniable. If you want to build a furniture, if you want to build a piece of furniture, sir, you don't go to your dressmaker. If you have a legal case, you don't go to your accountant. Andrew has the wisdom and the vision to understand that if you want to build an efficient economy, you have to get someone who understands economics. Hence, a PhD Minister of Finance endorsed by the IMF.
All right. Well, let's a Rivian. 1 OG.
All right. So my final go. And Mr. Right now, me I pray achievement straight. But I don't time to talk about no Siaga and no this. All right. PNP are one of the worst government ever in war the land of Jamaica. Them not have no vision, they not have no plan. They not have no vision, they not have no plan, they not have no idea. Look if I talk about young people going with Mark Golden within jar word. Like I mean even know where my jar. No one feel if you're a teacher. How you walk and draw your own, that's so you walk and draw your foot like a Mark Golden. Anyway, that me I talk about. Jamaica Gateway. Who know Jamaica Gateway? The gateway for Jamaica, aware? The gateway for Jamaica. The gateway for Jamaica is Harbour View.
Yeah,
Airport, Harbour View on about, right? And me, for a youth, I grew up. Bruce Golden make Airport Road stay Hazard State to the day. A member on our worthless and non-ambition MP will run Port Royal Heath years span top of years. I want to never see the vision for even fix the airport road. The sea are coming in two sides. And remember, you know, a Jamaica Gateway that where the whole of the sea take with the road, right? and Bruce Golding come in and put in a proper road. And the way the PMP them bad mind, then say the road have to dig up back when them come in a power because pipeline there on a road and pipeline never this. Well, okay, if I tell we say young people going with Mark Golding. Yes, man. Young people go with Mark Golding. Because my name Golding. And my name not spell Golding. So make me right when you round up Mark Golding name with the O R and Q and whatever you want to call him. Because that's the one who want to teach you to be worthless, non ambition, and for bad man winder. When I realize say people are wise up, and that's why the crime are cut down. Because bad mind did a crack the whole heap of crime. Bad mind. If you know, start build and start live them in life. You get what I say? Our government, Andrew Holness, are the one who have built Jamaica. And brother, stop interrupting, brother. What happened? When you look a fish friend about that, nobody has something, brother. Shut up, man. Bad mind. Because I can't see how a government are building the nation. Right? And every time on the company platform, only thing we can talk about at the Prime Minister have 20 bank account in our integrity. Yes, we have a Prime Minister when our no integrity and in thief. But who know when he not pour much in years? Nah, do not at all. Factory lockdown in our hand, whole heap. All they do is issue money to the youths them, and when the youth then grow and do some look hanky panky phone, which is I want to lead. I say so. Hanky panky business. I want to say yes, I want to control you. I want to say I can't control you anymore because you them wise. And journalists want up the opportunity to say, yo, go hard, go learn a skill. The youth them take it. The youth them say growth in Jamaica. The amount of something what the government do. One can campaign pan, one can talk about apart from no corruption, and when no can't find nothing pan corruption, when you start talk about in the 80s from Michael Manley. One can't talk about Mark Golding. We can't fix up in constituency, none at all. Never do nothing in constituency living in. The people that still in a film place are shit in a bag of throw over bush. Why you can't talk about Mark Golding constituency when you do nothing at all for? And a female yard that I now cleaning yard and you believe that whole crib ritual I go clean Jamaica? Only need to stop it. And you, Mr. O'Keefe, make sure you buy toilet paper. I mean one roll. You buy many. A matter of fact, pray that God keep you. Because enough of no, I got just drop and dead. Suicide and all commit. That's my few words.
All right. Michael. Leave it. Michael,
you can come down, let's quit it. Somebody else can get the box. Right, listen.
Right. Michael, leave it.
Take me down.
All right.
Michael, leave it.
Man got a bed, man.
Michael, you asleep. All right, okay.
Yeah, man. Let me wrap up and we again.
We soldier not sleep, you know. Michael,
yeah, man. Let me tell you now. See? Them labor right here talk of emotion, you know. You understand? And the brother would just talk a while ago. I talk of emotion and I diss up Mark Golding in most way. But you can't stop Mark Jefferson Golding. Because Mark Jefferson Golding had Jamaica.
People go and sleep, man. Me not sleep. Me a soldier, you know. Soldier not sleep on base.
Right?
Big up.
What Mark Golding is doing for the youth by giving them a grant of $500,000 to buy a house, that's excellent. Right? That is excellent. That is excellent.
Okay, for your
allow me to talk and send me argument.
Talk.
Right? That is excellent. Mark Golding coming with a feeding program for the youths them. That is excellent. Right? Mark Golding talk about...
You never say him coming with it. You say him promise.
He's going to, yeah, because he promised. He have to make promise because he's not the
Right,
prime
he's
minister.
not coming in with it.
He has to make promise, but those promises going to be truth. It sound too good. It sound too good to be true, don't? Look here, man.
Well, we can't flat
corruption is one thing. Let me tell you what upset me with Andrew government. You see, corruption, I don't like it. And nobody work with me. Nobody, when it comes on to corruption, I don't like corruption.
You ever been a Labourite in your life?
Never been a Labourite because from a youth I grew up. My mother Labourite, you know. My mother was Labourite, you know. But from a youth I grew up, me see how Siaga deal with people. Siaga was not my cup of tea. I'm going to politics at a very young age. When you talk about hard trust, let me tell you something. Mr. Siaga built hard trust, and I must commend Mr. Siaga for that. But the upgradement of hard trust was done by Percival James Pattison. And when I was a young youth, I remember I went to Ebony Park Art Academy. And Mr. Pattison had a live and direct meeting in Maypen Anglican Church. And I stand up as a young man and I said, Mr. Prime Minister, going to Hart and graduate, you just leave with a certificate, just give you a little job or not pay you right. Do a research on Elim Agriculture School. Elim Agriculture Certificate can give you a pre-trained teaching job to teach agriculture into the Ministry of Education. Also bring you to the College of Agriculture. I said, sir, you need to upgrade the Hart Academy. And I got a standing ovation. He left from his seat and give me a hug as a little young youth, right? And PJ upgrade all the Hart from the level 1, level 2, go straight up. So if Andrew come in now and say, every youth, as long as you have the ability, and
you're not asleep.
As long as you have the ability and you want to go hard, the government will stand the cost. Give Andrew.
Who make art free?
Huh?
Who change art to free?
Mr. Siaga started the freeness of art. I mean, when I went to
one at time people have to pay if you go there, you know.
No, the level, no, you're free from level 1 up to 3, and then you have to pay for the tertiary part of it. That's what
everything free now.
Right. Well, if him do that, but that still cannot help him because of corruption. That still cannot help him because of corruption. Look here.
Oh, it's pretty. How much time the man gets pretty?
We are just waiting for Andrew Carl election. Because let me tell you something. You see, this young generation, Squitty, this young generation is not like us who are dieted again. The young generation, and listen, and let me tell you something. You see, Mark? Mark is a sensible man, you know. And Mark have a team, Damian Crawford, that are going to be a top-class education minister. You see the youth, the one named Dayton Campbell, who I would not like. A bright boy that are going to be an excellent agriculture minister. The youth have a man. The youth have a man. Pretty. The youth have a man. Pretty. The youth have a man. Fly down on the better labor right, you know. Fly down on the better labor right. You see the vase? You see the vase? Vase work, you know. Even vase work, you know. I'm not getting vase, you know, cap. As long as you do it work.
All right. Hold on, hold on.
Morning, Squitty. Morning.
Morning, Chef. Wagwan.
When that man talk about corruption, if you talk about, he say he hate corruption.
Right. Him jump out, kind of look like him knows a laughing and go start.
If you talk about from PJ time.
Okay, when you gone, bro.
Go on.
Man knows a laughing and go start.
Yo, start for the man up attack and make him run a thing.
All right, hold on. 4J. We could deal with 4J. Hold on, Chef.
Blessing, yeah.
Yeah.
Squid, you have to speak justice in a squid. When I hear the man them attack, say, PMP run country for 60% of the time. No go so big, brother. We get independent from 1962. And the first 8 year, do the maths with me, a JLP run the country till 1972. You understand? Because the first leader of the country, independence was Norman, man. And when the election run, he was the premier. And when the election run, he lose to Mr. Bustamante. He run it till 1972 between him and Shearer. And they had a prime minister there, where they named the airport after Dogamodi, where they dead. All right, 72 to 80. And Michael Manley. From 80 to 89, and Mr. Seaga. Then Mr. Manley come back. And then him have to step down and PG run it till 2005. Then Mr.
Yeah, but you have to talk about who run it straight for the longest.
No, PG are the longest serving prime minister.
Yeah.
Yeah, me uncle tell you say that 60%.
He do the most.
Him do Wally. We have to split justice.
Yeah, him do some. But
I grew up as a labourite youth. Albert Street, I born Panning and Muga Waterford in the late 70s. Then PG take over from Mr. Manley till 2005. Then Bruce and Bruce have to step down and Andrew take over. Then Porsche have now for 4 more years. And from then, Andrew. So my maths tell me, say, JLP run the country for 32 years and the PNP for 30 years. From 1962 until now, how much years? So when you hear the man about so when you hear 32 and counting. And
all right, out of the 32 years where you say PNP running.
No. JLP
who do the
for
most?
32.
Who build Jamaica the most?
Boy, the whole of them do good enough. And the whole of them
honest,
do bad
and the
enough.
whole of them. Be honest.
All of them.
Who develop Jamaica the most?
Boy, we don't forget to the same
running.
thief in PG and all do them a thief to it.
Rambo, you're blind, man. You're blind. You're blind.
Brother.
Well, I know Chris make him talk, man. Make him talk now. Me ask him a question.
Blind. We blind what?
Hold on.
32 years.
Rambo, who run it? Who develop it Jamaica the most significantly?
No, PG, me have to give it to him. All do him
Who
is a
develop
thief.
Jamaica the most?
In the 90s, no. What?
No, hold on now. Who
the
developed
silicon-
Jamaica? Let me ask you again.
I just tell you,
Jamaica Labour Party.
I just tell you, but you don't want to hear that.
Where's your PJ?
Hey, I not say it already.
Oh, you said PJ
PJ
developed it the most?
Yes. Hey, the brother
All right,
will
what are your
now
opinions still?
say education and the way for develop country. When the man come, I accept it. I
What
just
about infrastructure?
No, PJ and Andrew now are doing best. I now fight Andrew. The only thing I have fight, as I tell you, are the corruption. If the corruption
Andrew better than all of them then?
No. PG, I know he's a thief. I tell you that.
Infrastructure,
you want to put Andrew in my mouth. No. Andrew.
Squitty, break it down. You don't know what is infrastructure. Just break it down.
I mean, you don't know about infrastructure. What you ask? Roads are house and business and that develop the country.
All right. Hold it there, sir, Rambo. Hold it there, sir. Lato. Let me hear
you. Let me pass back my mic.
Yeah, pass the mic, yeah.
Squitty, yeah, you're bridging for the 80s. 80s. So when the little man they come on the stage a while ago and say know me, you don't know me like you.
Nobody with that, man. You know yourself, brother. Nobody go back into that.
So the man when the man come on the thing and talk about they know me, then they must they talk about me, brother, talk about the politics what we're talking about.
When you see him out the road, you tell him, you discuss that with him out the road.
Yes. You know, son, don't do that, man. This is garbage. You don't do that.
We all want Jamaica. We all want
you don't do that. They are bridging the road. We see each other, we yell each other. You don't know nothing about me, dog. Don't do that. Never you do that again. You come on the TV with some idiot thing. Come off it.
Come over that.
Anyway.
Yeah, man. Go and pass that, brother.
What I want to say, as you say, who make more development of the country? I would think, say, PNP do more development of the country more than Labour, right? I would think so. And
what about infrastructure?
I'm saying, saying this and saying that. Pardon me?
Who do the most important infrastructure for the country?
PNP. You want me to name them? You want me to name them now?
Yeah.
Let me start from the airport. Right now, the airport sell out, you know, to Mexico, you know.
I'm not talking about sell out, man. Who develop the thing? Who build the infrastructure then?
Half of you was built by PNP. Rockfort, there was scheme up a Rockfort, they call Manly, upper Manly, so built by PNP. Kirk, built by PNP.
And not only us, you know, not only us, but infrastructure.
That's how place where people live. People live, infrastructure. So we are talking about living of Jamaica. If you never have the house, nobody will live there. At a bush or some gully or something there. So we are talking about infrastructure, where building, where I don't know, cardboard building them there.
My name Lato. My name laugh what you know can O'Keefe Gano, my name laugh
man. Ease yourself, you're a countryman. Ease yourself.
Lato. Build sandy gully.
Brother, I'm talking about gully. Can you have to build gully to touch the water? You're talking about house where people live in.
That's one of the greatest.
I'm talking about house where people live in, brother. Listen me, man.
That's the most important infrastructure of the country, sandy gully.
Infrastructure built through economy.
Me understand all of that, but we're talking about to make people cannot live without house. People have to live with house, brother. So we're talking about house. We're talking about house. You don't ask me what PNP do. Me tell you what PNP do, brother. When me know of. So me catch a Kirk. When we pass Kirk, you know, don't a south this up. Labour right build fuel house, don't a south this up. When we pass, don't a south this up and go for where we are going now? We got a garden. Labour right build garden this up. We have up we have Rima.
Build up a jungle and a town.
PNP don't build on jungle, a PNP build them place there.
What about Westmoreland? You're talking about Kingston, Westmoreland.
Siaga build with jungle, brother.
One is falling, Billy.
How Siaga build jungle, brother?
One man attack, brother. One man attack.
See,
a lot of time.
The worst
one is falling below jungle.
Arima owned by Labour right for all of my lifetime in a Kingston City. And Arima is in a state of emergency.
Right now.
Long time, I don't know.
No, right now.
Long time. From your youth, me there in place there.
So I'm not going to be lucky. I
don't know.
No, the man.
Because him and the government now. You know, tax for your money, you tax for your remember, when you say Mark Gold, if you build up jungle and build up these things, the man cannot use his money to build these infrastructure, you know. He cannot use taxpayer money to do it.
He get the money.
Taxpayer money build the countries. That's why you pay taxes in Jamaica. The reason why taxes pay is to make the infrastructure of the country develop. That means you build road with the tax money. You build house for the people with tax money. You do all these things with people tax. You cannot use the money where you get paid from. Come here, somebody man say.
All right, hold it, Lato, hold it, because we have a cut on the time now to 1 minute, because I'm soon going to my bed right now.
Yeah, me too.
Thaddeus, give me 2 minutes there.
The 1 minute you say?
Thaddeus, 2 minutes. Thaddeus, give me 2 minutes.
All right, my boss. Let me start up by saying something, you see? Gang, garrison, and gay club. I don't need to say anything else. Crime rate went into over 1,000 under PNP. It went as much as 400% under PNP. Check the stats. Talking about major infrastructure, the PNP have never, you notice every talk, them talk, they never talk about a time when them actually grow the economy. You notice every time that the PNP talk, they never talk about how under PNP the Jamaica was producing. It never happened. They never come nowhere near 18%. They never come nowhere near 3%. They never come nowhere near 4%. It was so bad that when Manley went to the IMF in the 70s, they actually rejected him because they were tired of the PNP because they realized that nothing was going on, no major development to going on. So the people was wondering how them going to get back their money. So they did not want to lend Manley the money, and that became an issue. Well, let me move forward and start to sell something. Because I'm going to use my next minute to sell. I'm going to sell to the diaspora. I'm selling Jamaica. Jamaica is open for business 24 hours a day. We have most of the groundwork and the infrastructure in place. There's 58 bridges now in order from Britain. And all of the foundations are now being looked at and worked on in some areas. So those 58 bridges will form part of the major infrastructure for the road network. We have all our major hospitals are being renovated, new ones being built in some instances. We have 300 health centers being repaired, some of them almost fully gutted, as in the case with Cornwall Regional. All of the economic indicators are pointing up, so much so that international investors and magazines, including no less organization than the IMF, came to Jamaica, and everybody have us
I think
in
the 2 minutes done now,
growth
brother.
column.
I mean, watch your time.
All right.
Right?
2 minutes gone, Thaddeus. Yeah, come here.
Yeah, watch your time, brother.
Windell, your time.
Yeah, watch your time, brother.
A 58 him should have done. A 58 him should have done. A 59 now.
As I say, we can sell the country based on our economy. The IMF telling us that we're in the best position in a long time because our debt gone down to about 68% of our GDP, right? The World Bank was saying to us the other day that when you check the Caribbean, the best economy in the Caribbean is the Jamaican economy over Barbados and Belize, right? One of the things that we were saying when time Mark was saying that spend 40 billion and not pay down the debt so much, and we said, look, we need to take this train from around our children's neck. The same train where Marky G put round a black man neck down that place, right? And we are said to you. So you can talk about being a PNP and tell what PNP built. Jamaica Labour Party built the best infrastructure in a Jamaica. And one of the best infrastructure that they build in a Jamaica, where they used to call with Gully government, is that we build the chain of Gully. And that are the biggest thing that happened to Kingston and St. Andrew. If we never do that, enough of the house them where we have in a Kingston and enough of the development in a Kingston and St. Andrew, we wouldn't have it. So when I not chat about development, we not even understand that we, from day one, we have a vision for this country. The problem is that every time the PNP come in power, we destroy the vision and the dream of the Jamaican people. And I care how loud on a chat, and I care what I say, because me hear man we are going like them intelligent and chat some shit about big chuck and ganja and all of them something there. We understand long time.
2 minutes done, brother. You got 3.
Right.
2 minutes done.
Go let that, sir. Go let that, sir. BSA.
Yeah, man. I touch upon the point to that. I think we should get more than 2 minutes. Like first, I talk for a night. You know, but
No,
that is
but
okay.
brother, I have to go on my bed, man.
Yeah, me understand you. All right.
At 1 o'clock now, I have to go to work.
Yeah, man. So the man you just touched upon a very important
Nah, so no give a come from the stay up, you know.
Yeah, what I do want to touch upon, because the man I talk about how Michael man, they did have Leland Chuck run up and down in Jamaica with ganja. Was ganja legal? Number one. Secondly, you ask him to tell you about who do the most infrastructure development in Jamaica. and him never come out of Kingston and St. Andrew. That is not Jamaica.
Right.
Number two. Number
Big up,
three.
Shanice, boss. Big up.
Yeah. Number three. The infrastructure no mean no mean just house for living. You understand? I'm building a country. The first step in a building a country, the very first, is the education, security, and health. You understand? I'm in a year we mention none of that when I'm talking about.
No, I would just let me free education.
Brother, I don't feel time now. I don't feel time.
Hold on.
I never talk when you talk. When you talk about developing a country, you cannot talk about two number parish, and you cannot talk about also people living alone. You understand? You have to build an economy. You first have to secure the people. Nobody now go invest in a country where security is there. First, them think about then safety. Then them talk about the economy. It have to be in a position where people can invest and make money. Nobody now invest to lose. Nobody now come invest because they're sorry for Jamaica. You understand? Your economy have to be in a good position to attract people. You understand? the Jamaica Labour Party below Jamaica from corner to corner, not Kingston, St. Andrew, and St. Catherine. You understand? Them build right now the Mantico Bay Perimeter Road, the Marant Bay Urban Center, Port Antonio Urban Center, right? The North, the East-West Highway, the North Coast Highway, the Resilient Park at Portmore, the Harmony Beach Park, all of them are something named infrastructure development. You understand?
Brother. All right, brother. Hold it there, sir. One chef here. We're not too many.
Look at all that, huh?
I check the time.
I'm a Chilani boy.
This is my ban.
Boss, hold on. Remember when Falmouth was a swamp? You hear me? I remember when Falmouth was a swamp. If you go to Falmouth now, I look for Falmouth, you can find it there because all of the swamp appear business, appear different business in the Falmouth right now. So when a lot of talk about just town alone, if you talk about the wider Jamaica, where labor right bill out. Building a country, you have to talk about from economy to security to education. And that's how investors come in and see what's going on in the country. And if they don't see the growth, to put in them money in the country, they not do it. In a PJ time, PMP control Chilani for long and never see the vision to build up now Chilani. We don't see no type of infrastructure where PMP put in Jamaica. Fit them come and say right now PMP build this or PMP build that. Who build up Portmore? They want to say a PMP. I know PMP start Portmore. Edward Siaga started. Edward Siaga had that vision.
You made it up.
All right, so go on. I time check people. Go on.
I them a moderator talk be a damn fool.
I check your time, man. You're right here. URL.
Check your time when they talk though.
URL,
I do.
Good evening.
URL, Cena.
Yeah, but before me start my time, let me say something. It is very appalling to when some people attack, them talk for extra time, and when some attack, them only get a few, because some is attacker who only talk rubbish out of them mouth and spit out of them mouth a whole heap of shit and then can't prove it. Right? Now, I'm going to start my minute now. I mean, I don't know if I have a minute.
Yeah. 107 now. Go on.
PMP not to talk about corruption. Right? Because if we don't remember net serve, light bulb scandal, Cuban scandal, and all them whole heap of scandal there, we are not Jamaican, right? And me can say this to the infrastructure don't come by building house alone. Because if you build house, put people in, I'm going to want money for pay. So if you don't have factories and all the other things to him to build up the place, there is no way you will have something there. Let me mention one thing to Mr. Lato tonight. When every time a PMP come to power, this country go backward. I make me prove it to you. Because if you're not growth, you can't grow. You know, say Mr. Siaga never have growth. That is a damn lie. When Mr. Manley take up this country in 1970, me vote for him. I can't tell you that. Me no shame. Me vote for him when me say better must come. And him get the country 18.5 something like that growth. And within 1972, the country now no growth again, it go minus growth. So you know, be careful when you no come from where they attack. Right? Because that is what develop your country growth. When Mr. Siaga take back the country with no growth and no money in the kitty, when he hand it back to Mr. Siaga, Mr. Man get it with 6% growth. Right? Mr. Patterson come and do 18 years and he no run no growth at all. So you be careful when you attack. And me attack to the people and the line, then go check it and see if me I tell lie. So on the backside now tell me say, Mr. Patterson do more for Jamaica more than the JLP. No, we have growth now.
Like a runner for a long time.
And we have to fix the things then when they mash up and bring back the country to before we can grow growth, and still we are grow growth and give them. So the growth we have now, the 3.some% growth, they want to come back and put back the country back way again. And make claims here them do it.
Well, that's all. Tomorrow night, a big night, we're going to talk about some corruption in our two government. Chris.
Yes, sir. Morning, everybody. Morning. Me hear Rambo talk about infrastructure. When you talk about infrastructure, you see, you talk about Andrew Michael Holness. Because you look at Gorilla from Jamaica. When you go to sentence, like you got Ochi, you see out of Jackson, you can say 2 Ochi in a one. So you're not picking up Ochi to go to no shopping again, everything that Jackson. You see?
Blessed and truck.
When you go to St. James, if you want to see infrastructure, just check down at St. James. Yeah, Rambo.
They don't left town.
When you left go nowhere.
Yes.
When you talk about infrastructure, you have to talk about Dr. Michael Holness. Look on the road from Harbour View, run about to go St. Thomas, to go Duckens Field. You're not going to look for nothing, man. Look for the perimeter bypass your bill from St. James to Mandeville. Look for the William Seal to Mapen, like a highway. I want to look at the road. The government a bill. Me understand the government now build no new school. If you come right now in Northeast Manchester, the Home Technical High School, a new block has been constructed there. Ready to open with 8 brand new classrooms. Hold on now, Wendell. When you talk about infrastructure, you talk about the smart tax office that is being built in Northeast Manchester. But look, you have a lot of people to get that town ahead. When you're not going to know where you go, man. When you come and talk about town. Everywhere town, you know, man. No bush that Jamaica again.
Tell them.
Yeah. When you go South Chilani, a brand new block is being constructed there right now. Who did that there? Dr. Michael Holness.
Time up.
Everybody them closing talk, you know.
Yeah.
Closing argument now with everybody.
Brother.
Rambo,
when Mr. Manley take over the country,
time. You first, Rambo.
And Mr. Manley come take with the backside from your American friend them where them a get for free. And say them have to pay for it dirt. We build plane, car, file paper. The last split no justice, you know, no labor right. He's an independent Jamaica. See how they come build out that you can go learn trade. Now go like 100 come build out. The first start build a Jamaica out of Portsmouth.
How Billy?
No, me say Edward, see how go.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Is that justice, you? I wouldn't know the bias people. Hey, Mr. Money give education free. We develop our country. You go free.
Beside the bias.
All right. 1 minute off.
Now you go free. Primary school,
secondary,
high school,
college. Rambo will ever come tomorrow night early.
All right, big brother.
Well, what I have to say.
Closing argument.
My closing argument, I have most of my friend is labor right. I love my labor right friend them. When I say my friend, to spit there, Peter one, I'm a labor right friend, I love him. I have more labor right friend, I love.
Me as labor right. Me am more PMP than labor
right. The way you talk, if you brand
me a truth youth, me a fair youth. Most of my family are labor right.
That's why I love you. That's why I love you.
What I know?
What me say?
Me am more PMP than labor right.
Well, I would figure more or less than the labor right, because the way you talk on the labor right side, I would give you labor right.
Me not say no, me not say good and say no good. I
would never say that too. I would never say that.
Yeah, but me not burn no fire and not talk this. Me talk the truth. The man do good.
When we go to Jamaica, you know, me can't go to Jamaica for 1 week or 2 weeks, you know. Me have to go to Jamaica for 3 months. Because for them man with a foreign and a guy here, then go there 10 days, 1 week. When me go to
my family, they man talk about PMP.
When Corona gone there, you know, 1 year me go to Jamaica for Corona.
Truth and talk the truth. So
when Corona happened the other day, hold on, excuse me, get my little minute, please. When Corona go on the other day, you know, and I hear that they're going to lock down foreign. Me call it plane and say, ask them if my flight is ready. They say, no, plane all locked down. Me tell the man, say, put me on the plane, we go a morning. I me jump on the plane and jump on the plane the next morning. And me dad Jamaica for 1 year. Yeah, that's how much I love Jamaica.
All right.
My friend them, all them on the platform, yeah. Them are labor right, but them are my colleagues.
Time up, brother.
All right, time up.
Labor right, friend, love or no.
Come on, check you. All right, come down.
All right,
come down.
Okay. Am I time?
Yes, I.
Pay him, Lato.
Yeah.
Fine. Let me give you advice. Tell all of your friends then, both who born in America and who left here, go over there, tell them say Jamaica open for business, big time, 24 hours.
I know that.
Everything I bill out. And let me tell you why the icing on the cake. We have 5 new STEM schools coming on stream. I think a couple of them in existence already. Because you know why? Because all of that infrastructure and all of that are going to require technical skills. And therefore those schools is going to be the icing on the cake because we're going IT, right? We're going first world. And therefore that is the preparation for everything we're going. So you have no excuse not to tell the people over there where you live, to come back a yard and who not live and who not know Jamaica to come back and invest and come live, because the 2030 vision is working and it is in progress and we're moving right along with Jamaica. So go over the boss and sell Jamaica because Jamaica already. All right, my boss. That's all I have to say.
All right. Windell, give me a minute there.
Yeah, my G.
Closing argument.
I'm kind of glad how we have finished up. But, you know, as I said before, is that we have to say Jamaica first. And the time when we die hearted and believe within ourselves that only one set of people have the idea, then we're wrong about that. One of the things, you can say you're independent, and when you come independent, you only can look on one side of the coin, right? We are saying, now that we see the country improve, and because it has improved, we have to stick with what we see grow. You can't have a business that grow, and just because you feel within yourself that you might make a change there, so and you mash up your business. We see the result and we decide to stick with Jamaica. And that's how we are saying. when you think about voting in the next election, think about voting Jamaica Labour Party because we have a vision for this country, not Kingston and St. Andrew, but for the whole Jamaica. That's
All
what
right.
I say to you.
All right, Wendell. Brace it.
Yeah, man. But I have to touch upon one little something when I do want to touch upon my time did up. All right. PJ Patterson, as the man said, was the man who do the most in development for Jamaica by selling out 44,000 business locking down on a film watch, by closing down the Goodyear factory, by closing out all the free zone and all of the factories in Jamaica, by selling out all of the state-owned entities in Jamaica, cement factory, flour mill, and all those and some more. And that are the greatest achievement for PJ Patterson. Plus the Shell Oil scandal, right? All of them, there's something are the greatest development where you could have point out a man to do for Jamaica and a data film legacy is a disgrace. Anyway, the sell my Prime Minister now, Michael Andrew Holness, we have to take him full circle. We can't stop in a Kingston and St. Andrew and Portmore. We have to talk about Port Anthony, Marant Bay, Ocherayas, Montego Bay, Westmoreland, Mandeville, St. Elizabeth. Look at all the infrastructure development that is going in. Education, health, not to mention security. All the new police station, police vehicle, fire station, fire brigade vehicle, public transportation, buses, police car.
All right, brace it, this up. Chef Wayne.
Yes, my closing words to say. We hear people say Andrew Holness not believe in education. Andrew Holness is the one who said hospital to get book. That's when young mother come in the hospital, they get some book to go and read to them kids. That's how the young brain develop. Andrew Holness is a visionary. That man is a builder. Me not see no prime minister will touch Jamaica, will build Jamaica like Andrew Michael Holness. So more ask the PMP them this. If you don't have a house a bill from a licensed contractor, would you take it from him and give somebody who don't know nothing about building? That's my closing.
All right, respect. You're well.
All right, good night again. A promise is a comfort to a fool. And what you see done before is what you see. So if a man promise me anything,
go on your bed. Yes,
if a man promise me anything, the only time I go know say him can't give me when him give me. Now if a man give me something and him continue to give me that one, I go live off. Gentlemen, I want to know if you go home with this tonight in our mind. Ask yourself, where we want Jamaica to go. If we come out all of the slum, because if we forget about what happened behind us and so on. But one thing we can say to you tonight, I am a Jamaican black man. I hear about slavery. I understand. I don't quite understand what you but to me at it was never good. Now I remember how no discriminate the white man in the Siaga when the man who born here born ship come here. And me go ask this question tonight. Uno Rasta man with the panel line too. How comes that Uno see a man take a chain and tie around a black man neck and a walk in on the stage? And Uno intend to vote for him more than Uno one black man. Now it tells me that something wrong with Uno.
Jigsy. Big up.
That is where I could make a decision easily to know say me I go vote for the Green instead of the Red, because there is no way after seeing that I could ever vote for that man. No matter if it's even Jesus in my bring come give me when I vote for it. And that is what me I tell him, and that's where me I go left it. Plain
All
as
right,
that,
land it,
right?
Mr. Brother. Chris
No,
Carter.
Yeah. My closing point now. Lato, you say
Yo.
no come to Jamaica, you need to drive around Jamaica. Don't talk about
You
Kingston
drive
and
around the
St.
world to
Catherine.
make come on.
Yeah.
No, man, you don't.
Look here, just drive around Jamaica, man. Come here, talk about bad road there, so bad road there everywhere in Jamaica. But
You
when
drive around the
Jamaica,
world to make come on.
well, on, man, just listen. When Jamaica build up, you're not going to see it. Right now, Jamaica paradise. So you see the land them what you have, land of selfie money now.
Me have
So
land I watch it here.
well, I know. You can lot up the land, put in your infrastructure, your light, your water, your internet, and call on your friend them in the diaspora and sell them lot by lot.
Some good news
Remember,
about
well, I know, man, in a JLP time, investors come to Jamaica, can invest enough money. And in a PNP time, when PNP come up, they have to run. Because PNP come like a bulldozer, they just mash down. You saw daytime camera mark gold in a fight and power. They will never get power. You hear about extreme blind mindset and them that day. Daytime camera Peter Bunting and Mark Golden. She blind mindset.
All right. Hold it there, sir, brother. Hold it there, sir. Yeah. Well, we thank everyone for coming on the live tonight, you know. Seeing and everyone have their own opinion and their own choice. Choose what they want to choose. Remember, son, we choose in the country, Jamaica, because that we put first. We don't put PNP in our labor right first. Country we put first, and we want to see the best person who have Jamaica at heart, not party, to build the country. So when we out in the cold and we go home, everything nice. Security, economy, and everything good. So we not fear afraid. I want the police them to continue to do what they do. Get rid of them all nasty corner boy there. We are analyzing much people. Saying we want them to clean up. Saying and we respect all of the 322 people still are listening. Your power chat. Saying every night when I come in and hold a sat and I listen. Because I know we don't take back chat. I respect each and every one. Big up on yourself again and keep on supporting our program here. Because I know I'm number one on the spot.